The governor of the state of Illinois has declared a gubernatorial disaster proclamation in response to the COVID-19 outbreak, and all of the village of Glendale Heights is covered by the disaster area. In light of the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak, the village president of the village of Glendale Heights has determined that an in-person meeting for the November 18, 2021 village board and committee of the whole committee meeting is not practical or prudent in light of the disaster. All of the trustees of the village board participating in the November 18, 2021 village board meeting, wherever their physical location shall be verified, they can hear one another and can hear all discussion and testimony during the meeting. Signed, Chaudhry M.A. Khokar, Village President of the Village of Glendale Heights, dated November 18, 2021. I would like to call this village board meeting of Thursday, November 18, 2021 to order. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mayor Coker,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Here.
Trustee Siddiqui,
Here.
Trustee Light,
Here.
Trustee Meritato,
Here.
Trustee Pojek,
Here.
Trustee Schroeder.
Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will continue with a public hearing by the mayor and board of trustees for the purpose of discussing the annual tax levy, assessment and collection of tax for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022. The public hearing is now open. Director Polling has prepared a presentation. Director Polling, please proceed with your presentation.
Thank you, Mayor and Board.
welcome.
Pleasure to be with you this evening. I wish to offer you a brief refresher of the steps behind the tax levy process and give you a summary of the recommended tax levy for 2021. The tax levy ordinances, which are on the agenda for first reading tonight, have to be filed with the county clerk on or before the last Tuesday in December. Taxing authorities all across DuPage County send their respective tax levy requests to the county clerk. Levies are expressed as a specific dollar amount. The county clerk sets the property tax rate based on the equalized assessed value of all property in the village as determined by the two township assessors, Bloomingdale and Milton. Tax bills are prepared by the county treasurer and go out at the end of April. Taxpayers pay their tax bills in two installments, the first in June, the second in September. Property tax payments are made to the county treasurer, who then distributes the village's share. In examining tax bills throughout the village, there are many factors that cause the village's share from individual tax bills to be different in certain parts of the community. These differences are mainly related to school districts, fire districts, and townships. The tax rate shown in the slide here is for tax code 2041, which represents the largest tax value of the village's 2020 equalized assessed valuation. With so many different taxing authorities, it's confusing to understand who gets property tax money and how much they get. The currency chart represents the breakdown and percentages of taxes retained by each taxing district. On average, and depending on where you live, 10.5% of the property tax burden comes from the village. As an example, for an average tax bill of $6,800, the village receives 10.5% of that, or $714, while the remaining portion goes to other taxing districts. Schools get the highest percentage. When we analyze the components of an average $6,800 property tax bill, we see what each separate taxing body receives. An important distinction within the village is that there is no park district taxing body. Instead, the village has a recreation department. This means to the residents that the $714 includes the levy for recreation. And because the village includes recreation as part of its overall tax levy, our comparison to other municipalities can appear higher. An advantage to having a recreation department as opposed to a separate park district is that the benefits of a unified administration and support services. The $714 village portion of the tax levy works out to about $1.96 per day. In the years from 2008 to 2016, the village essentially held the line when it came to the property tax levy. In the last 4 years in particular, the levy has not been increased at all. The last levy increase was in 2017 and was a direct consequence of state actions. With the loss of a major sales tax producer occurring this year, and with its loss, an estimated $2.17 million in combined sales and home rule sales tax revenues, staff is recommending tonight an increase in the tax levy in the amount of 4.98%, which will generate approximately $396,000 in new revenues. A courtesy notice was placed in the newspaper in the Daily Herald and published on November 8th in the form as shown on this slide. I've included, Mayor, Board, my contact information. I'm happy to answer any questions or questions. Thank you.
Is there anyone from the public that would like to comment on this public hearing regarding the annual tax levy? Is there a motion to close the public hearing? Trustee Schmidt.
I move that we close the public hearing.
Second.
Second is Trustee Pat. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Thank you.
The public hearing is closed. B, petition and communication. Community announcement. Trustee Schmidt, please.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
The Village of Glendale Heights is looking for hardworking individuals to join our team. We are now offering a variety of career opportunities for full-time, part-time, and seasonal positions. The Parks, Recreation, and Facilities Department is now hiring for a variety of recreation posts, including program facility coordinators, seasonal recreation attendants, and seasonal youth counselors. The Glendale Lakes Golf Club is hiring cooks, waitstaff, a banquet coordinator, and a dishwasher. And the village is looking for 3 full-time office technicians. For more information on these job opportunities or for additional career postings, please visit www.glendaleheights.org/HR or contact Human Resources at 630-909-5357. The next coffee and chat with the village president and board will be Saturday, December 4th in the Glendale Heights Police Department's EOC from 10 a.m. to noon. Please note the new location. If you are unable to attend and have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the village president or village board, please call the village president's office anytime at 630-909-5302. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. Trustee Siddiqui, please.
Happy holidays. It's that time of year again for our annual Christmas sharing program. Our program is still looking a bit different this year due to COVID-19 pandemic as we work with school districts to identify those families in need. Christmas sharing mittens will be available soon with wished for items in Village Hall, the Center for Senior Citizens, and Sports Hub. We appreciate everyone's understanding of these necessary changes to our program. If you are interested in making a monetary donation or purchasing gift for families in need, please contact Debbie Marino at 630-260-6030, extension 6130. The Village of Glendale Heights, through Elgin Recycling, is collecting broken or unused holiday lights. The lights can be dropped off at the Public Works Garage located at 1635 Glen Ellen Road on weekdays from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lights accepted for recycling include all colors and lengths of mini lights, C7 lights, C9 lights, rope lights, LED lights, and extension cords. For more information on holiday lights recycling, please call 630-260-6000.
Thank you, Trustee Siddiqui. Next is Trustee Light, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Breakfast with Santa is returning to Glendale Lakes Golf Club on Saturday, December 18th from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Breakfast includes all-you-can-eat pancakes with sausage and a beverage. Price for an adult breakfast is $5 and a children's breakfast is $3. Photos with Mr. and Mrs. Claus are $2. No registration is required and the event fee is paid at the door. Don't miss your chance to tell Santa what is on what is on your Christmas wish list. For more information, please contact the Sports Hub at 630-260-6060. I have my list, and it's a big one, that's for sure. Okay. Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens is a senior health insurance program, SHIP, sponsored site, and is offering an open enrollment assistance for senior citizens now through December 7th. Our trained volunteer counselors can provide one-on-one assistance to Medicare beneficiaries and their caregivers. Volunteer counselors can provide you with information you need to make educated decisions about your insurance. Please call the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens at 630-260-6050 to schedule an appointment for assistance with your health care insurance questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. Clerk Schmidt, please.
Thank you. While writing your holiday greeting cards to friends and family, please remember our military personnel who have served or who are currently serving our country during the holidays. The village is collecting holiday greeting cards and will mail them in time for a holiday delivery. Please drop off your holiday greeting cards to Village Hall by December 2nd. Please do not put cards in envelopes, decorate cards with glitter, or add personal contact information like email or social media. For more information, please call 630-909-5327. Thank you.
Welcome, Clerk. Trustee Maritato, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
During the remainder of November, parking restrictions will be in effect from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. due to street sweeping. Color-coded no parking signs are posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Parking is not allowed on Mondays for the red zone, Tuesday for the blue zone, Wednesday for the green zone, and Friday for the brown zone. To find out your zone, visit the village website. Please note, on Thursday and Friday, November 25th and 26th, there will be no street sweeping due to Thanksgiving holiday, and street parking is allowed on these days. For any questions on street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040. We would like to remind residents that per village code, do not rake or move leaves or yard waste onto village streets. This will help ensure our streets are clean and clear of any debris for safe driving. Yard waste collections occur on the same day as regular waste and recycling pickups. The final collection day for yard waste is November 26th and 27th. If you have any questions, please call Republic Services at 847-981-0091. Thank you.
Welcome, Trustee Pat. Trustee Pojek, please.
The Village of Glendale Heights invites the entire community to celebrate the start of the holiday season with the annual tree lighting ceremony on Monday, November 29th. The ceremony will begin at 7 p.m. The annual tree lighting ceremony will be held at Camera Park as we look into the sky for a little holiday cheer. For more information, please contact the Sports Hub at 630-260-6060. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, we have the following proclamation, a proclamation to proclaim November 27, 2021 as Small Business Saturday. If there are no objections, I will sign this proclamation.
Go for it.
We now go on to public discussion of agenda items.
Number 3, Mayor?
Charity Golf Classic.
I don't have over here. Item number 3,
Presentation of a check.
2021 Charity Golf Classic check presentation.
It's a presentation of the 2021 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report. Christine Torres.
Presentation of the 2021 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report by Christine Torres of Grove LLP. Please.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor and
Good evening.
trustees. I'm excited to
Famous
be
number 2.
here tonight to talk to you about the audit results for the fiscal year ended April 30th, 2021. It's nice to be here a little bit sooner. We were able to get the audit completed quickly because we had some information from the federal guidelines completed earlier this year. So we were able to get through our testing a lot quicker. I'm going to start out with just kind of explaining a little bit about our opinions that we have issued for the financial statements. We have an unmodified opinion on the financial statements, which means that we were able to get comfort with all of the amounts and the notes that were presented within the financial statements with no exception. So we were able to complete our testing and fully get support behind all of those numbers. In addition to that, we also had a single audit this year, which means that the village spent more than $750,000 in federal funds. And as a result, we do have to test major programs as outlined by the federal government. When we did that testing, we look at both your controls and your compliance over that federal money, and we had no exceptions during that testing. So what we found was that all of the federal money was spent appropriately in accordance with the grant agreement, and that you had the proper controls in place over that grant. In addition to that, we also test your controls over your regular financial information for financial reporting. And as we did through that testing, we had no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies in conjunction with that. So a very good audit report this year with no findings throughout that entire process. The other report that we issue in conjunction is over your TIF districts. And what we do here is we test to make sure the expenditures that were recorded and spent within that TIF district were appropriate and in accordance with the redevelopment agreement. So as we went through that testing, we had no exceptions during that process as well. Here is a quick summary of just the ending statement of net position as of April 30th. And what this is just a summary of all the information when you look at the village as a whole. So this takes into account all of the capital assets, all of the liabilities, and it includes all of the information from all the funds combined. This is the same thing, but just the revenue and expense side. It does break out, as you can see, the two columns, the governmental activities and business type activities. The business type activities really is what the water fund represents. This is really probably what you're more used to looking at on a day-to-day basis because this is the general fund. This is the general fund activity where all of the regular transactions run through. This is where the majority of the activity is recorded as well as the revenues and expenditures. So as you can see, you had a strong revenue position this year at about 32 million. And I should caution you, because a lot of that has to do with grant money that was a one-time coming in due to the pandemic. So at that, and your revenues did turn out a little bit higher than originally budgeted because nobody knew what was going to happen with the pandemic and where revenues were going to be. And as a result, you did a really good job of just being cost conscious during this past year and slowing down those expenditures and deferring some maintenance. And as a result, you did end up with a net surplus for the year of almost $4.5 million. But again, that was taking into account some one-time revenues and the deferral of some expenses due to the pandemic environment. But what that means is at the end of April, you did have approximately almost 8 months worth of expenditures in your fund balance, which means that if the village did not have any revenues, you could probably continue to pay at your expenditure level for 8 months. And that is above what GFOA, which is a national setting body of policies that they put out, and it is above the village policy reserve. So I just want to say thank you to all of the many departments who help us and gather all of our information and get that over to us. It is challenging in this type of environment to do an audit, and everybody worked really hard to get us the information to be able to come to these conclusions this year. And that is everything that I had to present tonight in regards to the audit.
Any question from? No?
Excuse me, they both have their hands up.
Okay.
Yeah, Chester.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Chester?
Christine, I have a question for you. We have 8 months of reserves. How do we compare this year to last year's?
So
Do you
you-
remember?
Yeah, so you're higher this year than what you were last year. Last year, I do believe you were a little bit closer to the 5 to 6 timeframe. And again, I do attribute that to the additional revenues this year that came in with the grant money, as well as the decreased expenditures that just happened as a result of COVID.
Did anything ever, would that reflect on the COVID-19 also from last year to this year? Any bearing on that?
Yeah, there's some bearing. This year was definitely the bulk of it. Last year, COVID hit only with about a month and a half left in the fiscal year. So this year was truly a full year of pandemic hitting, with businesses being closed, with cost-cutting measures in place in order to just keep, closing down certain things. So recreation shutting down and then opening up again. So this is truly the year that has the full effect when compared to prior year.
Basically, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mr. Peck, Trustee Peck.
Would you say that that 8-year reserve we have, is that about normal for surrounding suburbs?
It's an 8-month reserve, and I would say it's hard at times to compare to other surrounding suburbs. I think because every municipality has their own plan in place on where they're going with capital improvements. I think that being above what the GFOA and your village policy recommends is strong, and I do think that most municipalities do aim to be somewhere between that 6 to 9 month range. So I do think you're falling right into the average. You don't have a huge cushion there, but you're not worried that every month you might not have the right cash flow either.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Sure.
Anybody else? Thank you, Ms. Christian.
Thank you.
Very good presentation.
Have a good evening.
You too. 2021 Charity Golf Classic check presentation, Sharon Sullivan
And Jennifer Farrell.
and Jennifer Farrell.
Thank you, Mayor and Village Board, for the opportunity. I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mayor and Village Board, for the opportunity to speak for a few minutes to highlight the 2022 Charity Classic. This year, the 21st Annual Glendale Heights Charity Classic was scheduled for Friday, June 18th. It was decided in May that with the uncertainty of COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, the event should be rescheduled to a date in the fall. So, on Friday, September 17th, we were able to host the 21st Annual Charity Golf Classic. In total, we had 72 golfers who enjoyed a great day of weather, golf, food, and laughs while raising money for 4 worthwhile charities. A big thank you to all of our sponsors and volunteers who helped to make this event another major success. Over the past 21 years, the Charity Classic has now raised over $500,000 to a variety of local charities. This year, the 4 Charity Golf Classic recipients are: number 1, the Glendale Heights Foundation, which is the Glendale Heights Foundation is a nonprofit organization incorporated in 2003 to provide limited one-time emergency financial assistance to village residents. The second charity is the FOP Lodge 52 Community Enrichment Fund, who utilizes the proceeds to benefit local youth programs, families in need, and area charitable organizations. The third one is the Glendale Heights Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Fund, who grants academic, trade, and special needs assistance to students who live in Glendale Heights or have a direct relationship with the Chamber of Commerce. And the fourth is Make-A-Wish Illinois, who grants the wishes of Glendale Heights children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. The Charity Golf Classic Committee, chaired by Sharon Sullivan, began their hard work and met in June once the rescheduled date was announced. I would like to thank the Glendale Heights Charity Golf Classic Committee members for everything they do to help put on this wonderful event. I would like to have Charity Golf Classic Committee Chair Sharon Sullivan distribute the proceeds to each of the charities.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. I want to thank Jennifer especially and her team at the golf course for putting this on, because without her, we wouldn't have anything. So thank you. The first check this evening is going to be presented to the Glendale Heights Foundation in the amount of $2,000. Unfortunately, nobody is here to attend this meeting tonight to pick up the check, so we'll make sure that the foundation gets their check as soon as possible. The second check this evening is being presented to the Glendale Heights Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 52, Community Enrichment Fund for $3,500. Sergeant Greg Patel will be accepting on behalf of the organization. Hurdle. There you go. Thank you. The third check this evening is being presented to the Glendale Heights Chamber of Commerce for their scholarship fund in the amount of $3,500. Accepting on behalf of the chamber is the president, April.
Hieronymus.
Oh, there you are. I can see you.
And this is a really nice event, you guys. The scholarship money goes to the kids in Glendale Heights and really helps them out in their education. They can buy books or whatever they need. I think we were able to give away 5 scholarships this year, and you know, that's pretty huge for COVID, so.
That's great.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, April. The fourth and final check goes to Make-A-Wish of Illinois. We have been giving money to Make-A-Wish for a number of years, as one of the goals of the committee has been to help provide for a child from Glendale Heights the opportunity to get their wish granted. Ashley White is here from Make-A-Wish and would like to share a quick video.
wished was granted?
Happy Wish Day, buddy! Do you like Mickey Mouse? Yeah?
It makes you forget about the bad times. Make-A-Wish Foundation helped give her the hope that we couldn't. Make-A-Wish has been a really cool part of our journey.
Thank you for everything you do for all these kids.
Should definitely help other kids have their wish come true. It really makes an impact.
Best day of my life. I'll always have those moments to remind myself of all the amazing things that life has to offer.
What Make-A-Wish does, to me, I think it's out of this world. Thank you, Make-A-Wish!
I just wanted to say thank you so much on behalf of Make-A-Wish Illinois for continuing your generosity and support. This past year, we granted 404 non-travel safe wishes for the children in Illinois. And since 2019, we've granted 6 wishes for a local Glendale Heights child. And we have 6 more in the pipeline coming up, and they're on hold because of the pandemic. And so every dollar is so important because not only are children being referred, critical illnesses do not stop in a pandemic. We're granting non-travel wishes, and then we have over 1,300 children in the state of Illinois, just in Illinois, that are waiting for it to be safe again to go on their wish. And so when we're able to, and it's safe, we will be getting all of those children out the door to make their wishes come true. So thank you so much. It's so meaningful to us and so meaningful that we can help a local Glendale Heights child experience that hope, strength, and joy that a wish brings. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we're so grateful.
Thank you. We now go on to public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to?
Just one second, Mayor. I
Go
just
ahead.
have a couple closing comments. So,
Okay.
I'm not sure it got noticed that we did give the check to Make-A-Wish for $7,000. So that's how much the golf outing did raise for Make-A-Wish. We are planning on returning the 22nd annual Glendale Heights Charity Classic to its traditional place on the calendar, which would be Friday, June 17th, 2022. So we hope you can all attend our event next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jennifer. We now go on to the public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item? Yes, Mr. Epstein.
Good evening.
Please give your name and your address.
Christopher Epstein, Club Drive, Glendale Heights, Illinois. I just have one question. I think this is, the people that would know about this would be Director Poling, Mike, Mr. Knaus, and members of the board that have been here prior to 2021. Has there ever been an employee by the name of Michael Giles employed by the village of Glendale Heights?
Discuss it.
I think that's, Don?
Every question is good, Mr. Epstein.
Okay.
But I worry about questions with respect to employment histories that are protected in any fashion. So if we even knew, which nobody seems to be nodding.
Okay.
So respectfully, I would say maybe we can check on that and I can decide whether or not it's appropriate.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing it up, it is part of a public record. In 2019, there was a listed employee named Michael Giles here in the village of Glendale Heights, making in excess of, I believe, $80,000. It seemed to have the same position of a Tracy Giles. Now, this is all public record through the state of Illinois' website. And I just want to make sure, it seems a little bit of an issue when you have a person that's supposedly working here, Tracy Giles is employed by the village, nowhere to be found on the 2019 records from the state of Illinois, but we have a Michael Giles listed at approximately the same salary, same department.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes.
Can I bring my cricket issue?
No, that would be in committee on the whole. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's not on this, it's on the next agenda to COW. That's it.
We will continue with the consent agenda. You have the consent agenda before you. Vote acting village administrator, Doug Flint, please read the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Number one, approval of the regular board meeting minutes of November 4th, 2021. Number two, approval of the committee of the whole meeting minutes of November 4th, 2021. Number three, approval of the accounts payable listing of November 18th, 2021 in the amount of $2,367,504.91. Number four, resolution for the amendment of the Vantage Care Retirement Health Savings Program in the Village of Glendale Heights, DuPage County, Illinois, Resolution 2021-R-115. Number five, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a collective bargaining agreement, the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council regarding police sergeants, Resolution 2021-R-116. Number six, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of award, and authorizing the execution of a contract for makeup air duct heater for the village's fleet department, Resolution 2021-R-117. Number seven, a resolution to authorize the execution of an agreement for professional engineering services for the water and sewer rate study, Resolution 2021-R-118. Number eight, a resolution to approve an application for an outdoor pyrotechnic display permit for the Village of Glendale Heights, Resolution 2021-R-119. Number nine, a resolution authorizing the execution of a change order number 8, final, for the 2020 motor fuel tax street program for the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, Resolution 2021-R-120. Number 10, a motion to approve pay request number 3, final, to J.A. Johnson Paving Company for the 2020 MFT road program in the total amount not to exceed $151,640.59. This is attorney approved. Number 11, motion to approve pay request number 2 to Schroeder and Schroeder Incorporated for the 2021 sidewalk removal and replacement program in the total amount not to exceed $6,349.03. This is attorney approved. Number 12, a motion to approve pay request number 7 to Claus Brothers, Inc. for the Camera Park Improvement Project in the total amount not to exceed $56,668.50. This is also attorney approved. Lastly, number 13 is approval of consent.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? First, trustee Pat.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Pojek, second. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Stuckey,
Yes.
trustee Light,
Yes.
trustee Meritano.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. We will continue with old business. There is a resolution repealing Resolution 2021-R-104 entitled A Resolution Creating the Village of Glendale Heights Ad Hoc Technology Committee and creating a new Village of Glendale Heights Ad Hoc Technology Committee tabled at the November 4th, 2021 meeting, RES 2021-R-121. Is there a motion to remove this item from the table? Motion. Trustee Schmidt.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Trustee Light. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2021-R-121? Trustee Schmidt.
I wish to amend the motion here to remove Jacob Weiss of Prescient Solutions from the committee.
Second.
There's second, Trustee Light. Discussion.
So if I understand correctly, we're going to vote on the amendment first, Bill?
That's fine.
Okay. So there's a motion to amend, and there's no discussion, so we'll first, you
Motion
can
to,
call the roll on the amendment.
roll call for.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
The amendment's passed.
Okay, amendment is passed. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2021-R-121? Trustee Schmidt.
I move the resolution be passed as amended.
Second.
Second, Trustee Siddiqui. So motion is approved.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Trustee Light?
Absolutely.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Resolution 2021-R-121 is approved. New business. There is a resolution appointing the Chief of Police. For 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come up here, George. Thank you, Mayor and Board. It is my great honor, Cherry, if you want to come up here as well. It's my great honor to replace my successor. It's not very often you have the opportunity to do that. And it is hard to turn something over when you've worked a long time in one place. But I know I'm turning it over to a man who's going to continue on with what we've accomplished for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the police department. So I'm honored to be here to be able to help swear in new Chief George Pappas to the position of Chief of Police for the Glendale Heights Police Department. He's here with his wife Cherry, his daughter Anastasia is here, his other daughter Alexa's working in Colorado and is working in Colorado. His sisters Anastasia and Rita are here, and his mom Bev, and maybe some of you didn't know, but you can see the reflection in the face every day as you drive down Fullerton Avenue crossing kids. But George is actually the second chief of police that's a born and bred Glendale Heights resident.
That's right.
George attended Ruskin School, He attended Glenside Middle School and he attended Glenbar North High School. He has been actively involved in the village since he was 15 years old. I found your records, George. Started working for the village September 20th, 1988 in the Recreation Department. In October of 92, he got hired as a CSO in the Police Department. In September of 1996, he was hired as a police officer in the Police Department. 2009, he got promoted to sergeant. 2015, he was transferred, 2015, I got this wrong. Huh? He was in investigations, he was a school resource officer, DARE officer, promoted to sergeant. 2019, I had the honor of promoting him to Deputy Chief of Police, where he's worked for the last 2 years or so as the Deputy Chief of Patrol Operations. And tonight, I am honored to be here as he's sworn in as the new Chief of Police for the city of Glendale Heights, village of Glendale Heights. So, without further ado, Marie. That's yours. Marie Schmidt, our clerk, is going to swear George in.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, George A. Pappas,
I, George A. Pappas,
having been appointed to the office of Chief of Police
having been appointed to the office of Chief of Police
in the village of Glendale Heights, Illinois,
in the village of Glendale Heights, Illinois,
in the county of DuPage aforesaid,
in the county of DuPage aforesaid,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Chief of Police to the best of my ability.
of the office of Chief of Police to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
So, Chair, if you want to put his badge on? And collar bars?
Oh.
It's a white shirt, there can't be blood.
What?
Bomb a hog.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Village Board, for this opportunity. I am going to work as hard as I can to exceed any expectation that you have of me. I need to thank my wife. She supported me. We've been together since I was a CSO. Thank you. I love you. And my family, too. Okay. I'll tell you, it's an honor. It's a true honor to be able to lead the best police department in the state of Illinois. Every day that I come to work, I am so proud to work alongside every one of the employees from the Glendale Heights Police Department. We here at the Police Department want to work with and for our community, and we believe that's important. You guys all know I grew up in town. I believe in this town. I believe in Glendale Heights. We have terrific schools here. We have outstanding village employees. We have great residents and great businesses who truly care about this town. We work side to side with the fire department, hand in hand, to make sure the community is safe. Doug Flint has made an awesome platform for us to build off of. So with that said, So with that said, thank you, and let's get started.
Thank you, George, but this night's all about you.
Let me, okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Mayor and Board if we could, I know we have a big crowd tonight, we have a lot of stuff going on. But traditionally, after we have a swearing in such as this, we spend 5-10 minutes taking some pictures for the family and for the guests and all the officers that are in the background and all the retired guys that are here to come recognize George for his accomplishment of becoming chief. So after your words, Mayor, if we could take a 5-10 minute break.
Chief George, you deserve it. Congratulations. And I will request your lovely wife join your husband and say a few words.
Thank you, you guys, everyone. You guys have supported George since he was a little kid, and all of you. I love each and every one of you for keeping him safe and making sure he comes home. We couldn't be who we are, George and I, parents, we couldn't be who we are without all of you and all of your support. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me.
So Mayor, if we could just call like a 5 or 10 minute recess so we can get some pictures with the family?
Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2021-R- is done?
Yeah, you can do that now.
Okay.
We'll do that first, make it
So
official.
at this time, I would like to recess the meeting. There will be a motion to recess the meeting first? Trustee Smith?
I will move the resolution to appoint George as the chief of police.
I'll second that.
Second, Trustee Light. Roll call?
Second was Pat Meritato.
Of course, yes.
Trustee Meritato.
Yes.
Trustee Pojek.
Definitely.
Trustee Schmidt.
Without a doubt.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Absolutely.
Trustee Light.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion is carried. Congratulations.
Motion to recess?
Yes.
Just declare it.
Safe. We're recessed.
There is a brief recess. You can have photo with new chief, talk and chat with each other.
Okay.
We will continue with number 2. There is a request to waive first reading on new business item 3 to 4. Is there a motion to waive first reading on new business item 3 to 4? Trustee Pat.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Trustee Schmidt. Discussion. No discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Yes.
Trustee Light.
Yes.
Trustee Meritato.
Yes.
Trustee Pojek.
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt.
Yes.
First reading is waived on new business item 3 to 4. 3, an ordinance approving the application for a text amendment to section 11-10B-3 entitled Constitutional Uses of Article B entitled C-2 Community Commercial District of Chapter 10 entitled Commercial Districts of Title 11 entitled Zoning Regulations of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, from the 11th November 4th, 2021, COW. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2021-78. Can I get a motion to approve ordinance 2021-78? First, Trustee Smith.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Siddiqui, second. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-78 is approved. 4, an ordinance to approve a conditional use to permit outdoor storage of rental trucks, trailers, cargo vans, and pickup trucks at 325 East Army Trail Road in the village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, self-storage word from the November 4, 2021 COW. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2021-79. Can I get a motion to approve ordinance 2021-79? Trustee Light,
So moved.
Second.
second trustee Schmidt. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Sorry, discussion.
How about discussion?
sorry.
Discussion.
Sorry.
Yeah, discussion. Yes.
Joanne, did they meet all the requirements that we had asked for?
Yes, yes, they have agreed. So once it's approved, then they'll go ahead and move forward with the striping and the other item you mentioned. Oh, actually, the fence, the sign.
Signs.
Yeah, the sign they're taking a look at. Staff took a look at the sign, and there are some trees that, depending on the angle, could block the sign. So we'll meet them out there and decide how to replace those.
Okay. They have enough security out there in the back?
Yes,
The lighting and that, okay.
yes, they do.
She can talk. Roll call. Public, no.
I'm sorry, I can't hear, can you go to the mic, please?
Good evening, Village President and Village Board.
Please
Catherine,
give your name and your residence address.
yes, Catherine Robinson, 42 Westcott Lane. To answer your question, Trustee Pojek, yes, we do plan on meeting with Joanne and her team regarding our application and regarding the design plans that we've submitted. And we, again, we're committed to working with her and her team along with the village and their staff in regards to executing the plans as submitted to everyone's review.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Pojek. Thank you, Board, and thank you, Village President.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Ordinance 2021-79 is approved. Number 5, an ordinance providing for the levy, assessment, and collection of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021, and ending April 30th, 2022 for the village of Glendale Heights, DuPage County, Illinois, first reading. Number 6, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021, and ending April 30th, 2022, in and for the village of Glendale Heights, Special Service Area, Number 1, Glendale Lakes Business Park, first reading. Number 7, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the first fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021, and ending April 30th, 2022, in and for the village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area, Number 2, Glendale Industrial Park, first reading. Number 8, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021, and ending April 30th, 2022, in and for the village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area, Number 3, High Grove East Industrial Park, first reading. Number 9, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2027 in and for the Village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area. Number 4, High Grove West Industrial Park, first reading. Number 10, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 in and for the Village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area. Number 5, Glen Point Business Park, first reading. Number 11, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 in and for the Village of Glendale Heights Special Services Area. Number 6, Polo Club Heights Industrial Park, first reading. Number 12, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 in and for the Village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area. Number 7, Saukwa Industrial Park, first reading. Number 13, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 in and for the Village of Glendale Heights Special Service Area. Number 8, Glendale Heights Business Park, first reading. Number 14, an ordinance of the Village of Glendale Heights, DuPage County, Illinois, partial abatement of the 2021 tax levy for $24,210,000. General Obligation Bond Service 2019, first reading. We now go on the public discussion of agenda item. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item?
Ed Pope, Wayne Avenue. I have a question. On the levy, that was it 4.9 bill?
Yes.
4 point,
Yes, I'm sorry, the levy recommended and presented this evening included a 4.98% tax increase to the general levy.
right, so it's almost doubling. I understand that we were able to keep it for a long time at a status quo, which was really nice, but that's a huge jump. And I understand that a business left town, which is causing the big gap. I was wondering, sorry, is I think it's your committee, Pat, like, is property enhancement, or, I mean, the business development, are you guys doing anything to try, because we got a lot of vacant businesses now, and I'm afraid with COVID, we're gonna have any more. Are we doing anything to enhance businesses to come here for, like, redevelopment?
Matter of fact, that we're working with Joanne to get some kind of a flyer out or some business out there to try to help the owners of these vacant properties to get them rented. So we're working on that with Joanne. And Joanne, do you have an update on anything like that?
Yeah, actually, the vacancy rate is actually fairly low right now, and there's quite a bit of additional development coming in. We're very happy that the new development on Army Trail Road, the 2 new buildings that actually aren't up yet, they're just starting the foundation. The rear building is already 100% leased to Clyde's Donuts, will be moving into town, so that's great news. Also, 1 East North Avenue, there's a tenant, DH Pace, that's taking 35,000 square foot of that. So we work with the state of Illinois when they put out any requests for proposals for businesses that are looking in the area, and we work with Choose DuPage as well to try to get the word out. They let us know about potential businesses that are interested in locating. So there's quite a few letters of intent out for 760 North Avenue, and then there's a business called Biologos moving in, as well as 2 people that are interested in 110 International. That's been vacant for a little bit, but actually there's quite a bit of turnover, so you see one that goes vacant for a little bit, but actually there's quite a bit of activity.
Okay. All right, that's my question, and I also want to commend you guys on picking a wonderful chief. Big shoes to fill, but that's the guy that's going to do it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. There is no, anybody else? No. Okay, there is no executive session. I will need a motion to adjournment. Trustee Chester.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, Trustee Light. And meeting is adjourned.
Need a roll call vote.
Roll call.
Soon. Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yeah.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
This meeting is adjourned. Trustee Siddiqui, you have the,
I would like to call this committee of the whole meeting of Thursday, November 18, 2021 to order. Will the clerk please note who is present?
Noted.
Okay. There is a request to remove committee recommendation number 3 from the agenda. Does anyone have any other additions or deletions?
Excuse me.
If I could just clarify too, trustee, we're moving number 3 to December 9th.
Okay. All right, any additions? All right, Bill?
Yes, I'd like to add Citizens Police Academy
Okay,
and contracts.
okay, thank you. Anyone else? Go. Yes.
I guess the drainage ditch then, within my district on Glendale Heights.
Okay.
Run that by me again. What do you got going on, Bill?
I want to discuss our Citizens Police Academy
Contracts.
and contracts.
And Mike, Mike,
The drainage ditch.
drainage ditch?
Yeah.
All right, we now go to the public comment. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board? Okay. Could you please come to the podium and state your name and address?
My name is Sohail Bari. Address is 1352 President Street, Glendale Heights, residing since last 39 years.
Thank you. You can go ahead. So I will limit the time for 5 minutes. It seems like a lot of people want to come. And whoever is, how many people want to address the board? So if you can stand up and form a line so I can see how many. So 1, 2. Okay, all right. 4, all right. Yeah, you can sit, thank you. So I just want to see how many people, so I can allocate time. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Bari.
Okay, I'll give you the folder to take a look. We have a cricket organization for last 21 years, naming Glendale Heights, Glenside Cricket Association, and American Cricket Conference. So if you open your folder, you will see the first page. This takes you 21 years back from, this is from Daily Herald. So we start with the 2 teams here from Glendale Heights, and we become over 40 teams now. We did every effort to bring kids here, put them in the right position, give them everything absolutely free, training, coaching. As a matter of fact, we call the coach from England and pay from our pocket. These are the book you have in your folder. This book is from 2005. Then I was fortunate enough to go to France in 2008, representing U.S. cricket team, national team as a manager. And there's a tradition to swap the plaque, souvenirs, and I can show. Give me the other one. Show it to them. Like this.
Okay.
Excuse me, can you go to the mic so we can hear you, please? Thank you.
Okay, so this is when Sohail accompanied the U.S. national cricket team as the manager. And this was awarded to him by International Cricket Council, who is responsible to.
We provide each and every country who came to France this plaque on behalf of the U.S.
U.S. cricket, yes.
Okay, and I can show you this here.
So you said that you went to France?
Yes.
Representing
Yes,
US?
U.S. national
There you
cricket team.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm trying to compare this, what the other countries give us. Okay. So we did everything for this country and for this town. 2011, we have the international tournament right here in Glendale Heights. Team comes from New Zealand, players comes from England and South Africa, Canada. Whole team came from India. And then you will see this book when we have this. So we provide hotel rooms, we provide the van for New Zealand team, so they can come and witness our city and take the memory from here. So this is our organizer, Jason, who's doing it. After that, the village asked us to do some community works beside the cricket. So we did it for 10 years, you see these pages. This is International Day. For almost 10 years, we did it without any budget.
When you say budget, meaning?
Means only they were providing the stage, that's it. Everything else you contact, whatever you want to deal with them. Truly, they did a job to bring the food free, the city people. Okay. But my wife and I, we both work hard. And these are the proof. Now come down to people saying this is one-man show, one-man organization. We got plenty of people sitting who's working hard since last 21 years. And here's the constitution for our league. It clearly says the two-third majority can change the constitution anytime they want. So basically, this is not a one-man show. This is not one-man organization. This is a whole community of Glendale Heights working hard together to bring this thing. And now, without any knowledge, they cancel my permit, my agreement, and I don't know what happened now. Not giving me any option what we can do for the.
So if Mr. Strino, can I ask you, I think we didn't cancel his contract, we just canceled the renewal, if I understood correctly.
Yes, let me explain. We sent a termination because that's the way it was worded in the contract, but it's really intended, all it was intended to do is to clear the automatic renewal that rolled unless you gave notice. So the notice that was provided to Mr. Bari was a notice to say there will not be an automatic renewal of your contract every year for the next, I think it was 4 years or something. Mm-hmm. That will have to be an annual contract on an every year basis granted by the village board.
That is not approved by the board, but that was done by whose direction?
We did that.
You did it, okay.
We did that to make sure that these automatic renewals would not just occur.
Okay. So it's just
Every year
automatic
it would-
renewal is
yeah,
canceled,
yeah.
okay.
That
Yes.
every year it would come back to the board would have the choice
To approve or
approve a
disapprove. Okay,
contract or
okay.
not.
Gotcha, thank you. Mr. Bari, sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's all I want to know, where we standing here? What's our future here?
That's a really great question, and I think
we'll get to that, Mr. Bari. This is your opportunity to speak, as you've done eloquently on behalf of your organization, and that's, the board will make that decision.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Please come to the podiums and state your name and address.
My name is Sandeep Mehta.
Yes.
And my address is 1800 Challenger Court, Wheaton, Illinois, 60189.
So you live in Wheaton, not in Glendale Heights?
I don't live in Glendale Heights.
Okay, thank
And
you.
I do live in Wheaton. Well, first I want to thank the mayor and the trustees and everybody here that has given us 5 to 6 minutes to speak after such a lengthy day. I also want to thank all the teammates. These are all the people that play with me, play against me, and they have believed in my vision, what I see for the future for Glendale Heights and cricket, and they've come to support me. So I first want to thank all of them as well.
So I'm a little bit confused here. What do you mean by future? Did you have a contract or? Do you?
No, I am, since he says there's no automatic renewal,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to apply for one.
Okay.
And say, consider me
Okay.
with that vision in front of you.
Okay.
That's
right.
that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
So
But
we-
you don't have any contract right now?
No, we don't have any contract
You
right now.
didn't put any checks or anything to the city?
I have put checks, I've given my offer, but it can't be a contract until the board approves it. So I've given an offer, but the offer is in there.
I'm a little bit confused here.
The offer that we have given,
I think the gentleman is saying that he's made an offer that has not
Okay.
yet been accepted because the village board has not accepted any offer
Okay.
for any
okay.
contract.
Okay,
So when you accept it, it becomes a contract.
okay.
Okay? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make cricket better in Glendale Heights. Our first thing is, there's no youth program in Glendale Heights. We want to bring youth programs into Glendale Heights through the Park District. We also want to have youth programs in summer and winter. And we have an indoor facility that we can assist with that. We want to also bring women's cricket to the arena and see if we can form some women's team and promote cricket to the women. In addition, we want to improve the ground quality and the pitch quality that is there right now. Right now, the pitches are atrocious. They're not been maintained well. They don't get new carpet as it needs, and they put the carpet in so they have a longer extension of life rather than doing it every 1 or 2 years. That creates the playing experience not so good. The problem is, like Mr. Bari said, that people have gone outside, and he has represented country. That was in 2011. Right now in 2021 and 22, what the state of Chicago or our local cricket is, when they go to other states, they lose because we don't have the right playing conditions. So our cricket experience is not as great as it's supposed to be, and that prohibits us. Also, we want to have better quality balls, neutral umpires. ACC whole year had a problem of getting umpires for the games. I would not be here if they did their job correctly. The problem is they did not provide us with proper cricket balls, proper umpires, nor proper grounds, or the pitches. And that's the biggest beef I had. In addition to that, we will have complete transparency with the village of how we are benefiting and how we can reinvest in the village. We want to bring, as you look in the brochure, we have some other ideas of how can we bring more business to the village through cricket by having some kind of corporate tournaments, international tournaments, and bringing other players into the country, from country to Glendale Heights, basically. And I would say that your vision for the village says a proud, progressive village for all people. I hope it's inclusive. Even if an outsider wants to come in and make something better, he or her would get an opportunity to present their ideas, and he would be heard. So that's where we stand right now.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Under what name your cricket league is registered?
It's Midwest Cricket Club.
Midwest Cricket
Club. It's an LLC.
Okay.
It's registered with the state of Illinois.
And where did you register it?
State of Illinois.
Okay.
And we have a federal ID number as well.
What year?
This year.
This year?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just coming in, like 2021, you say?
Yes, 2021.
Okay.
But we do have an affiliation with Chicago United. That is an affiliation with Cricket USA, which will help us with the
And
league.
how many teams play in your league?
We want to form, that's what
So
we
you
want.
are saying that you are basically in a beginning stage right now?
That is correct.
So you really don't have any team right now, you are in a beginning stage?
No, we have a lot of teams right now. There are very captains, a lot of owners of the teams.
That's the question I asked.
Yes.
How many teams are there?
We could probably get 30 teams.
No, not probably get.
We will
I need-
get- we will get
I need to
32.
know how many teams right now you have.
If we get the opportunity to form, of these grounds, we'll have 30 teams playing there, minimum.
Mohammed.
And currently, since you said that you have team, do you have any grounds where you are playing?
No, we don't.
So where these teams are playing then?
I've talked to the team owners and says if these grounds are available to you, the quality of cricket that you want to play, we will join.
So these are all hypothetical that, okay, if you get this ground, then you will get the team and you will play, correct? It's not like, right, the point I am trying to make is like how much experience you have, because, you know, when we are looking at the cricket team, we want to know how many teams you have, which cricket grounds you have been playing. So we have to look, we have to see, okay, what is the proven record of yours? If it's recently formed something like this year just to grab something,
No, it's not to grab something.
yeah, no, it seems like, okay, that's fine. I
Oh,
don't
that's a
wanna argue.
wait a minute, now you have to let me rebuttal on that.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Okay,
go ahead.
Absolutely. Okay. So we do have Imad Hussain, who has run a successful league, who is gonna help us run the league.
Oh, okay, so you have a partner.
See, we don't have a partner, we have a lot of people that are gonna work in our company to do this.
Okay,
So in Midwest Cricket Club, we have 4 to 5 people who are gonna expressively help us to make sure we have a successful league. That
okay.
have experience from other leagues. Now, if you want details, we can provide that to you.
No, that's fine.
Mohammed. Chester.
Chester, go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot your name.
Sandeep Mehta?
I can't pronounce it
That's
anyway,
fine.
forget it. Do you presently have a home field where your team plays constantly, year after year after year?
Well, we played it.
Field that's made for you, where you play all the time.
No, we played in these fields through ACC.
So you don't have a home field
We
yet?
don't have a home field yet.
All right, you answered my question, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes,
Any other question?
Mr. Mehta, do you have partnership with someone?
Yeah, we do have a partnership with
What's
someone.
his name?
Iqbal Khan.
Where does he live?
He lives in he lives in Glendale Heights.
So you have partnership resident from Glendale Heights.
Yes, we do.
What is his ratio in part his?
He is a majority partner.
Can you explain how much is his?
Yeah, we have the operating agreement for the partnership. If you want to take a look, we can say that. It's a private company. But he has more than 50%.
More than 50, okay.
And what kind of experience Mr. Iqbal Khan has with cricket?
When you run a league, it's more of grassroots, so you have to deal with people, manage it, communicate, and he can do that. Setting up schedules, et cetera, et cetera.
That's fine. All right, any other question? Anyone? Oh, yes, Chester.
I got one more question for you. How come, since you have all these players and teams and captains and partners, why don't you have your own field someplace? Start up a new field? Why are you coming to Glendale Heights? We're already established. Why can't you get established someplace else?
Because Glendale Heights is a attractive location, it's centralized. They're all some are from Skokie, some are from Chicago, some are from North, so it's centrally located, that's number one. And number two is, it can be improved, there's a lot to improve here.
There's always room for improvement, no matter where you go.
But it could be improved to a point, there's a drastic room for improvement. For the community and for Glendale Heights.
I'm a firm believer. If it's not broke, don't try and fix it. We're happy with,
But
we're happy with what we have now.
That's your opinion, ask the players who play in it.
Did you hear the applause? They agree with
Those are
me.
not the players. They are the residents. I'm
I
asking
would
about-
intervene, please, do not keep it down. Everyone would be listening.
person talks at a time.
Yes, one person at a time, and let's make it civilized.
Well, we have 30 teams, 35 teams, 30 to 35 teams in ACC. We can get affidavits from most of them of their grievances.
I think, Mr. Mehta, we got your point. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, please, come to the, please come in, yes. State your name and address.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Fraun, also known as Cheryl Swanson. I live on 115 West Fullerton, Glendale Heights.
Thank you.
I have a problem with this. This is Glendale Heights. These gentlemen, and I know this since I've been here, my parents have been here 50, or my mom's been here 56 years. So I'm not a newbie. I've been here a long time. They started this cricket league. They're the reasons I listen to them. I live right there on by Fullerton and President. They get me wanting to come down and watch them. And 21 years they did this. And now we're going to let an outsider come in. My question is for the board, how were you able to accept a check before giving out bids? Was there a price already negotiated with this new team?
Check.
Are you trying to?
What
you said-
check are we
You
talking
said
about?
he admitted that he gave a check, but it
Without a
didn't
board
go through.
consent, board doesn't know
But
about
the
it.
check is with you.
And who accepted the check?
Question, and
Let me finish. I'm chairing this. Who accepted the check from Mr. Mehta? Can someone tell me?
yes. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
yeah, you did, okay.
Yes, Mr. Mehta, how much is your offer? The check?
You can't do this. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm answering you.
gotta
He,
gavel that.
he gave offer $29,000.
Excuse me, hold on, yes.
Let me
we-
talk.
Yes, everyone is going to talk. Yes, please, go ahead, what you are saying.
So my question is, why are you willing to already accept a check when we've had a cricket team for 21 years, who's took it from one, who now has 38 teams, if I'm not mistaken, from Glendale Heights, who live in Glendale Heights, and you already have a check in your desk pocket, I don't know where, from an outsider to give a bid?
No, no,
One
don't.
by one,
Be
excuse me,
quiet.
hold on,
No, no, don't.
Glendale
hold
Heights.
on.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit
and
down.
Everyone is
Keep
going to
seated.
get their.
Keep seated. Let
Be
me,
civilized.
let me answer
Sit
about
down
this
or we'll have
check.
you taken out.
Public
Trustee.
comment.
Mr. Pujak? Yes, I will let you. Mr. Pujak?
Yeah, I have a
I was
question.
first.
I have a question for Mr. Coker.
Yes.
Mr. Coker, if you accepted that check, the board has to prove it. Why did you accept it? Was my name on the check, my signature, or Pat's, or any of our trustees on that check? We did not approve anything. Why did you accept it?
Mr. Chester, Trustee Chester, for last 20 years, did you know how much he was paying? These grounds belong to resident
That
of
wasn't
Glendale
the
Heights.
question.
No, no.
Why did you
Listen,
accept the
listen.
check without checking with the trustees?
I'm talking you, that in last 20 years, this was done.
I'm turning
deal.
my hearing aid off.
Done deal, no trustee knew this transaction of, what was going on with cricket and how much money resident or public was getting, from this guy. And now from 12,000, this guy is ready to pay 29,000.
Is this Glendale Heights on sale?
Stop.
Is it on sale?
Stop.
Please,
It's not you cannot talk right now. I'm
please,
talking,
everyone comes.
Don't
on the-
talk like that.
Let's
Now,
keep
I
it
have
civilized, please.
Now I have offer from Mr. Mehta and Muhammad Iqbal, who is a resident of Glendale Heights. They offered $29,000. That is public money. It has not been accepted, his offer. And our resident, our village wants higher bid want to give this contract on fair, equal, and on merit. Old regime, old form, mayor of Glendale Heights is gone. Is Chaudhry Coker, I believe in merit, fairness, and equality. Mr. Bari, he got contract, he had a non-profit organization, and he was doing business with that organization, which under law, he cannot do this, number one. Number two, he was subletting these grounds to outside residents, outside players. That is record. So what's the difference between same player are playing in the ground? The only thing is now bid, and I will request this trustee as a resident that work on fairness, neutral, be impartial, and merit. Under the table or sweetheart deal should be finished,
That's a big accusation. Mr. Pujak, can you, yes, Mr. Pujak.
Before this, no board has given approval. in 20 years, no board approval, never mentioned in the board.
Can I intervene for a
Yeah.
moment, Mr.?
Sure.
I know you're chairing the
Yeah,
meeting. But in truth, public comment is so the public can comment.
Yes.
Once the public is completed with their comments, we should hear the public's comments, they should conclude the comments, and then the board should deliberate. Do you know what I mean? So kind of what we're doing is, we're not letting the public comment.
Yes. Yes.
We're
Okay.
not letting them finish.
Okay.
We should let them all have their opportunity to be heard
Yes.
and speak, and then close the public comment.
Okay, and then.
And then we should deliberate.
All right, I think we
Okay,
are all
all
in
right,
agreement.
okay.
Right, thank you, thanks, Mr. Strino.
All right, Mohammed, just let everybody
Yes.
speak,
Okay,
and then we'll talk after
then we talk,
everybody's done.
okay. Yes, go ahead, state your name and address, please.
Thoreshwa Coker, 1570 President Street, Glendale Heights, Illinois.
Okay.
Mr. Storino, am I allowed to ask a question to a trustee as a public comment?
Well, it's not a Q&A. It's not
Okay.
supposed to be a Q&A.
Okay.
You can ask a question, and then at the end, the board can choose when they deliberate
Okay.
to answer the question. So it's fair to answer the question, but not a Q&A. We kind of
Okay.
got into that, and that's not what the public comment is
Oh.
really intended to do.
Thank you, I appreciate the clarification. I have lived in Glendale Heights for over 20 years. I just personally, as a resident of Glendale Heights, I find it a little iffy that someone who is on the board of trustees is directly related to Bari. So I just feel like that's not a good
Yeah,
look.
and I totally agree.
Let him
Okay,
finish.
yes.
That's all I'm gonna say is that it's a little, in my opinion, it's a little unfair as a resident of Glendale Heights to have someone that is up there as a trustee vouching for a family member.
Absolutely.
you.
And I totally agree with you. And just to address it.
I'm
that's
sorry,
a-
is this the Q&A?
Yes, okay.
Is this turning into a Q&A? I just made my comment.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please, go ahead and state your name and address.
Sure. I'm Fazal Haq. I'm from Schaumburg, 194 Farmgate Drive.
Okay.
I'm here because I got a lot of calls about my organization name being used in this.
Excuse me, what's organization?
So I'll say we are Midwest Cricket, and we have been in the area. We are the mothership. So we are basically.
So hold on right there, I'm confused. So Midwest belongs to you, not Mr. Mehta?
Yeah, so Midwest Cricket, so I'll give an introduction. Midwest Cricket is the first mothership organization in the entire Midwest area. We've been here since 1965. Mr. Sohail Bari was part of it. Some of the affiliate, Chicago United, others, they are clubs that played in this. And we have about 60 clubs. And again, we are broader. We help everybody. So we'll collaborate with anybody. Glendale Heights, ACC, you name it, because our goal is to promote cricket in the entire Midwest region. So, and the part that I want to say, we are nonprofit, and the way we help the park districts and the other local organization is by providing them the facilities, the coach, the youth, everything you want to talk about it. And we also help people organize so they can maximize revenues to the park district, because nonprofits will not keep the money for themselves, whatever money they raise. So what happens is the balance. The players play less because there's no profit to be made, right? Because one of the big things I want to talk about something. The big thing here is that sports help communities come together, right? If you ran a league for 20 years and 1,000 people, kids participated, they stayed out the street, they stayed out of drugs. I mean, there's such a bigger cause here that all of this big talk about USA and all of that, we are there, we're doing that, but we need grassroots organizations that are working with the communities like yours to do that. So I would just want to make sure that my organization name, like my meaning, I'm the vice president, I'm elected, we do 2 years election, is not used anywhere without the written consent. Now, I would also disclose, I did apply to the Glendale Heights as Midwest Cricket Conference, and I asked for a fair process if we want to, because similar people reached out to Hanover Park and others, they threw money and they backed out. And the park district eventually lost money. So I want to make sure that, so anyway, so we work with Hanover Park, we work with Skokie, we work with Chicago Park District, we work with everyone, right? Anyway, I just want to make sure that that Midwest Cricket is a registered trademark of Midwest Cricket Conference and Academy. And we do want to make sure that our name is not used and the public here of Glendale Heights is not misled. We will collaborate with you. will collaborate with anybody that is willing to promote the game of cricket without impacting the community, the end community, which is the players who pay 200, 300, 400, whatever to play. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Excuse me.
coming.
Question?
Can you come?
Are you, was this your logo?
No, logo is not mine, but the name is misleading because that's why I got phone calls saying that people are using your name. Because for a lot of people, they don't know the difference between Midwest Cricket Club, Midwest Cricket League, Midwest Cricket Academy. People don't know that. So we are, and then, so we also have, since we have 1965, we have a Facebook group. You can search, Google it, Midwest Cricket. It will come up. It's a public group. We have about 3,500 members in that because we are pretty big, we're pretty huge. And this year's winner, we're the team from Springfield, because we again allow people from the entire region to come and play. So we will use the opportunity to work with you to bring more competitive sport to the Glendale Heights. If you are willing to, we will collaborate with ACC if that makes sense, whatever makes sense to you guys.
Okay, thank you. Come next, yes. Please state your name and.
My name is Azhar Khan, and I'm a resident of 271 Shorewood Drive, Glendale Heights, 60139.
Thank you.
I have been residing here for the last 8 years, and when I migrated, I used to play cricket in Pakistan. So that was my fear that when I come to the US, what happened with my cricket. But I knew as soon as I came in, I was told that in Glendale Heights, we have 3 grounds, GH1, 2, 3, and cricket is there. And since then, I have been playing as a resident of Glendale Heights, and I feel very comfortable playing in these fields with this facility and as a neutral umpires as well. Whatever the concern was raised by the other league, the new league, that the neutral umpires and the balls and everything, I as a resident and a neutral person, I'm not a board member of anything, I'm satisfied with the ACC. And as a privilege to being a resident, I would say that the ACC, the resident of the Glendale Heights, should have a privilege, because wherever I go in a library, they always ask, are you the Glendale Heights residents? So definitely to being a resident of the Glendale Heights, I would definitely go for the ACC, whatever the ACC are performing for us. Second thing, I decided just because of these grounds and ACC, I purchased my house over here and I start living permanently in Glendale Heights. So that is the one thing I really appreciate the ACC work for that one. That's what I would say.
Thank you. Yes, please state your name and address.
Arif Okla, 1768 Arlington Lane, Glendale Heights, Illinois, 60139. My question is to the board member and the committee of the village is, because all of this thing happening, outsider is coming, putting the beds on the grounds, and actually showing the money to the village, right? But anybody from the village doesn't know how to process or how to run a league. So they would completely understand how this works. Excuse me. And apparently my next question that I get to is directly towards our mayor, that he starts everything with the religion and ends with the race. This shouldn't be happening in Glendale Heights. And we've been here for 20-some years. It never happened before. And it's concerning. You can check on his Facebook. The other day, I was here on Monday. He shut us down, told us to get out, and he brought the masjid in the middle of cricket conversation. I need apology from the mayor, and I want him to stop spreading the false information in regards to the Muslim community or race, religion, all that. This thing came up in 9/11 ceremony as well, where he started against the religion part of it or racist part of it. Like, never seen a mayor in my entire life that since I lived in Glendale Heights that anybody has ever mentioned this kind of stuff in Glendale Heights or anywhere in the United States.
I think.
Why is it happening in Glendale Heights? And why this mayor is doing it? He is accidentally become the mayor because just for 2 votes. He keeps saying he won with the 34,000 people. He only got 475 votes.
None of this is relevant.
He's basically putting the false information out there and basically blaming all the people who live in Glendale Heights because we are the residents. Now people laughing at us. All the people from Bloomingdale, Glendale, Carroll Stream, Edison, Village, Villa Park, Lombard, they're like, what's going on in your village? If we have a dummy mayor in our village,
that basically putting all our reputation on the public. I'm done. Thank you.
You want to ask question, Mayor?
Yes, yes.
Can you please come back?
No, I don't want to ask
Can
question. I
you,
want to
please,
respond.
can you come back? Yes, go ahead. Mr. Mayor, you want to ask the question? Yes, go ahead. Mr. Question.
Anyone has a question, I'm available to answer.
That's
Let
fine.
him finish for 5 minutes.
You are done? Mr. Mayor, you have a question? Yes, go ahead.
I am Muslim.
Okay,
and-
please let's not start with this.
No, don't-
Please, let's not start with that.
don't-
I do not want to hear that.
Listen, you don't want to hear, but I have right
Can you
to
please
speak.
go to
here.
your desk, lady? Please, it's. Can you please sit on that? Because, yes, thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead, please.
Can I talk?
Yes.
I am Muslim. I am proud to be a Muslim, but I am not an idiot Muslim.
I guess you are, because you said,
Please,
sir,
please,
sir,
please.
let him talk.
Let him talk, please.
Behave
calm down.
yourself. That's the reason I am not idiot
I
person.
waited for my turn.
I'm not stupid person. I'm not munafiq. You know, munafiqeen. I am bold. I'm honest. I'm fair. I believe in merit. Now, that's the reason you are here because last 20 years you didn't have voice. Now you have voice because of this
We always
mayor.
had a voice.
This mayor. This mayor of Glendale Heights, Chaudhary Kokar, you have voice. These people have voice. Those people have voice. 20 years, nobody could talk about, cricket. How you can get cricket, nobody knew. People used to go to former mayor and they said, go to Bari, Shale Bari. I am not giving any, I'm not favoring anybody who come on merit, pay the best price to the resident. This is public money. It should not go to one person. This is family business, and I don't believe in that. But you mentioned about Muslim, I won this election without support of lot of stupid Muslim,
Excuse
Oh,
me.
wow, again.
Lot of Muslim.
Hey,
Hold on.
Lot of Muslim.
Sir, please sit down now. Please sit down. You had your
Lot
turn
of-
This is,
time
listen.
to talk.
this is way going out of that.
Let me talk.
No,
Let me talk. Let me
Mr.
talk.
Mayor,
Let me-
you have to
let me
respect,
talk.
you have to
Listen.
respect. Let me
Lot
correct
of,
you.
let me talk. Let me talk.
No, I'm chairing. You have to respect. I cannot allow this.
call people
When you say
I'm not
stupid
done.
Muslim,
I'm not
no,
done.
I
I'm
do
not
not
done.
allow you to.
I have to complete my
to-
statement.
To disgrade or to do anything with that. No, please be civilized because you just say stupid Muslim.
Mr. Trustee, my statement is on.
Just keep the religion out of
Yes,
this.
please.
Yes, please.
I do not allow that.
Keep the religion out of this
No,
conversation.
he talking about Muslim.
Don't, just
Hey,
keep your mouth
Chester,
shut.
He
Chester,
challenged, he challenged my faith.
Listen, Mayor, okay, hey, wait, let's settle this down.
Can I complete my?
No, you can't. Right now, you can't. I'm
Cannot.
talking.
Sorry, I do not
Mayor.
allow that. No.
Because my statement is not complete.
Mayor,
This is
Mayor.
way go out of, because, as a board,
He's inciting it.
Just ask him.
yes, please, go ahead, state your name and address.
all right, hold on for a second.
Yes.
I want to say something. Mayor, you got to calm down.
No, I'm.
No, everybody has to calm down. We're at a board meeting. We are all professionals. We're on TV. Everybody in this village is watching this meeting tonight, and we're acting like a bunch of clowns.
I want to complete my statement.
Okay, you
because
do your
I tell you-
statement.
done.
You make your statement. Let everybody speak
is-
and calm down.
Yeah, I'm
And
calm.
let's have a regular meeting. Let's have a conversation. Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
I'm
so-
sorry, Mohammed.
No, that's fine. So, again, my request, keep it civilized. We are all, I don't know, adult, I would say adult. Yes, so, okay, all right. Sir, your name and address.
Okay, my name is Adil Salam. Address is 1174 Harbor Court, Glendale Heights. Been here 15 plus years. My case is not religion, my case is not race. My case is the residents versus the non-residents. Anybody, handpick anybody from this crowd, anybody. You pick. Mr. Mayor, 475 vote, anybody is a resident versus what you have bought are non-residents. Mr. Coker, mayor of 34,000 strong Glendale Heights citizens, bringing in outsiders because you are legit, you are against the colonialism, you are against the nepotism. If accepting a check without the knowledge and the acknowledgement of the Board of Trustees, where you know you do not have the right to accept it, you know that, and that's a legal term. I believe you claim you're a lawyer, you're not board certified, by the way, and I know that.
I have license from my country.
You can answer once I'm done, sir.
I never told
you
to
can answer once
anybody
I'm
I
done.
have a license from
You can
US.
answer once I'm done.
Yes.
Just let me finish. Yes. So you know you do not have the right to accept a check without the knowledge or the acknowledgement of the Board of Trustees, especially after we came and we protested on Monday. You intentionally took the check last night. You intentionally did that. I can see that smirk on your face. Now, with that being said and put aside, on this side, I will give you this, I will give you that, I will do this. If this happens, I'll do this. If that happens, I'll bring this. If this happens, I'll get 30 teams. If 30 teams comes, I'll get this amount of money. If. It's all an if. Here, it exists. You have a personal vendetta, which Mike Marin clearly stated before he retired. He said it that on Monday, and I have the recording. As soon as you walked in, the first day, you asked this contract to be revoked, and you were informed it cannot happen before the end of the year. So what did you do come September? You talked to the administrator and sent out the notice for revoking or cancellation or termination of the automatic renewal. Okay, within your rights. It's okay, it's fine. No worries. But how come you accepted a check from an outsider without even opening it for bidding for the insiders who are residents paying their taxes here? Living here, children are growing here, our kids are going to school here, we spend our money here, we spend the money and the village gets it. Yet, you're giving this opportunity to an outsider?
What do you mean by outsider?
Outsider who's not a resident.
Mr. Bari has been
I'm talking
subleasing.
about an outsider,
Yeah, I'm
not
talking
Mr.
about-
Bari.
But
Please
Mr.
stick to the
Bari
question.
has been doing business without.
You are giving this opportunity for taking a bid from an outsider. Outsider, Mr. Mehta. He lives in Naperville, Whedon, Aurora, Bolingbrook, wherever the hell he lives. It's not in Glendale Heights. It's in the same county. It's not in, only one person lives here. And a couple of more things I would like the trustees to know. Over here with me, if they can stand up on the roll call, please. Mr. Sunny Khan, ex-chief selector of the USA national cricket team, associated with ACC for over 20 years. Please note this down. He's the chief selector of selecting players, ex-chief selector, I would say, for the United States international cricket team representing our flag. Mr. Wasim Khan, ex-US international cricketer, the only legend the land of Chicago produced in the sports of cricket, who represented and still playing and coaching on the national level. Who is he associating with? He associates with us. The reason we do not make money, as you stated, you again made an allegation for which you do not have a proof, that he was doing a business which he was not supposed to do. You are making allegations and allegations one after another. I'm posting your videos. I'm the one, and you know that. I'm making your life a living hell on Facebook. You know that the residents are making a joke out of you, literally a joke, and you cannot even stand by your own statement. You are alleging, after alleging, on Monday you alleged a couple of things, you could not prove it. Today again, you alleged somebody of making some business out of a nonprofit organization. Again, I would ask, do you have a proof? You as a lawyer should know you should have a proof. You do not have a proof. You made that statement on Monday that the deal was under the table, and you again made that today, alleging the Board of Trustees, the people of the committee here. You are the only one who works fair and square. Everybody else here is unfair, is stupid, is corrupt. alongside us, who are the residents. You got your daughter here, whoever, whatever your relationship to her is, because I guess she's going to answer on your behalf, because you're not going to answer my question.
No, I asked them not to because I want to let the public
Okay.
all make their comments.
Okay.
So
whatever.
everybody gets to say something.
So
we do it in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Everybody gets their 5 minutes to speak and make their points so that then the board can deliberate. So I've asked the mayor to please not engage in an argument and a Q&A because that is not what public comment is intended to do.
Okay.
It's intended to let you do exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
Speak, make your points, ask your questions if you wish, and then if anybody wishes to answer them, once public comment is over and they deliberate, they can answer those comments.
Okay, so I'm leaving the Board of Trustees, and I know Mary Schroeder is not here for some odd reason. Mr. Chester Pojek, Pat, Trustee Light, Trustee Bill Schmidt, Mr. Siddiqui. Are we gonna let this village run by one person? I'm not asking him, or the legal, or the administrator. I'm asking the Board of Trustees, the real power behind the village, because that's how it was when Linda was in charge, and he does not like that. Are we gonna let this village run by one person, or will the board step in? That was my question when I left Monday. That is my question when I'm leaving today, and I'm still waiting for a reply, sir. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
I have a comment from Zoom, from a Shashank Montague.
Okay,
It's a Zoom comment, so.
all right.
Hi, thank you trustees for taking the time to talk with all of us. My name is Shashank Gadamanagu. I'm from 4048 Naperville, Illinois, so not a resident of Glendale Heights, but I can speak to the quality of cricket across the whole Chicagoland area. I'd like to start off by saying that I've been playing cricket in the Chicagoland area for over 11 years now. Even though I'm a resident in Naperville, we do play in leagues all across the Chicagoland area. The ACC, Bolingbrook Premier League, Midwest Cricket Conference, and Castle Premier League are the 4 leagues that service all of the Chicagoland area, and the ACC does not service just Glendale Heights exclusively. It does service all the leagues, other cities across Chicagoland area as well. So the majority of players in the ACC are not from Glendale Heights. I'd like to make that very clear. They come from all across the Chicagoland area, so it is not servicing just residents. And as the captain of the only youth cricket team in the whole Chicagoland area comprised exclusively of youth, I'd like to mention that Mr. Sandeep Mehta has been the only person that has helped facilitate youth cricket the most, I can say, out of anybody in the whole Chicagoland area by providing us with quality equipment, a quality facility to practice in, and just overall support. And I believe that the quality of cricket in ACC in terms of the management is much lower than I can say in other leagues that are across the Chicagoland area. And I believe that Sandeep Mehta would be able to increase that quality, because there has been complaints not just from me as a youth member who is the future of Chicago cricket, but as well as multiple players who have been in ACC and in the Chicagoland area for a long time. In my team, we have a USA Under-19 cricket player who has literally been selected to go travel across the country and abroad to promote cricket and play cricket at the highest level. And he is the future of cricket in the Chicagoland area. And to him, the ACC is a league that does not have the highest quality of equipment, the highest quality of service in the whole area. And I'd like to mention that Sandeep Mehta has been the one who's promoted him all the way here. I know his intentions are very pure in the fact that I know that if he is given the opportunity, could make the quality of cricket much, much better for everybody and more inclusive for everybody across all the Chicagoland area, and servicing not just the Glendale Heights residents, but also the community as a whole, as ACC currently does not cater just to Glendale Heights residents at the moment.
Thank you. Right, yes, please, you want to say something?
I just want to make a quick comment that, just watching this, experience matters a lot in running leagues. When I first ran a league, I couldn't walk for a month. That's how much effort it takes to.
Excuse me, you already spoke already. Let somebody else talk that hasn't.
Sure.
We'll get you later, okay?
Yeah.
Let everybody else to go.
That's fine. Yeah, you could come. Yes, please. State your name and address.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sajid Uzmiri. I live on 1935 President Street, Glendale Heights.
I'm not going to take too much of your time. So I had the opportunity to work with Mr. Bari for the last 15, 20 years in ACC. Myself and a partner of mine, Manish Verma, we are in charge of making a schedule, running the league efficiently and effective as possible. And my question is to Mr. Mayor. I understand that, you know, you have doubts that Mr. Bari is making money under the table or whatever it is. Why not give him another chance to bid first rather than have somebody from the outside come in? Right? It's just one of those things that you think that he's paying less. Why not give him a chance to pay a little bit more to the village rather than take $30,000 from the outside? You see what I'm saying? We have been working with so many people. Like, I have good relationship with majority of them, almost everybody. You know, I'm not a biased person. I'm the most impartial person you'll ever meet. It's just one of those things that I feel like this is a personal vendetta against Mr. Bari. To be honest, that's how we feel. We feel like you don't even give him a chance. You revoked his license without the approval of the board, without anybody's knowledge. Did you give him a chance? You did not. You just straight up just said, you know what, just cancel it and that's it. And then bring in outsiders. Why not give him another chance? He's established the league for the last 20 years. Man, we grew up playing cricket in this league. So many of us. It just doesn't make any sense for somebody else to come in, try to change, like Mr. Chester said. Why break it? Why fix it when it's not even broken? Nothing's broken. Why are you trying to make this change? That's the only concern that I have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I have another Zoom comment from Pulkit Chauhan.
We will, okay, you, go ahead.
Hey everyone, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk. I'll be very quick here. I just want to say really quick that you know, I played cricket my whole life. I'm 21 years old. Now I'm going on about 12 years of playing cricket. And I just want to say that cricket was always the thing that, you know, I used to cope with.
No?
You can do it.
Hello?
You can, okay, go ahead.
Keep talking.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I always used to play cricket to kind of, you know, cope with my emotions growing up. And, you know, it's been a part of my existence ever since I can remember, you know, watching the games with my dad back at home. But I just want to say that I have experience with both leagues, and it's very evident that, you know, ACC is kind of maybe misleading the board members about many things and making very various claims that, you know, there might be little to no evidence on. I just want to say that in my experience, they haven't never really been supportive of our youth team, and they wanted us to join their league exclusively. And you know, I think this is all like very suspicious stuff, just as Shashank had mentioned earlier. I just want to say that, you know, BPL has done and Midwest has done everything to kind of keep the youth cricket on track. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I think that it would be very beneficial to not only the residents of Glendale Heights, but the residents of the Chicagoland area to kind of give this league a chance and kind of move forward with that, especially regarding youth cricket and the women league and everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, next.
I'm Rebecca Tiber, 2N320 Glen Ellen Road, Glendale Heights, Illinois. All I wanted to say is that I was hearing that Sohel is being favored by the previous mayor, where actually Ben Fajardo is the one that started cricket with Sohel. So it started with Ben Fajardo, because there was a picture with Ben and Adeline and Linda and Sohel, you know, at a cricket game where Linda did not hire or start with Sohel Bari. It was Ben Fajardo, the previous mayor. So, you know, I wanted to make that clear. And when you were talking about public discussion of agenda items, to let Mr. Chris come up here and talk about her children, now I feel that it's now being pointed at her kids, because I know that I've been here for like a little over 19 years, and for nobody to get up and say something, especially with that amount of money, I can tell you right now, because there's a lot of out there, a lot of rumors out there that, you know, about corruption and all that type of stuff, where I know Linda Jackson is not a corrupt person. She has never taken any money underneath the table. She has gone and never have heard her say, I'm the mayor. She has never walked into a room and said, I'm the mayor. She goes in, she gets her hair done twice a week or month at the senior center. She doesn't say, I'm the mayor, give me a discount. She pays just like everybody else. And to sit there and try to bring down her family or whatever, and nobody's saying that, no, I can tell you right now, there was no Michael Giles that worked here making $80,000 in the last 19 years that I've been here anyway. I'm surprised somebody couldn't have said that. So.
All right, thank you. Please,
I'd like to speak.
please state your name and address.
My name is Kim Darlin. I live in the Greenbrier subdivision. For those people out there that have no clue as to what is going on, this all came from a Facebook post, correct? Mayor, you handled it horribly, absolutely horribly, and you need to apologize, and you need to move on. And it needs to be done. It needs to be done. You quit making your comments and your slyness. You give him the opportunity to apologize, and you let it go.
Speak to the mic, okay?
This is political. My trustee, which is you cannot vote on this. I'm sorry.
Yes,
He
I'm
is
gonna
your
abstain.
relative.
I'm gonna abstain. You know?
Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna abstain on that.
Thank you.
Yes.
For those that don't know, this is about 3 cricket fields at Camera Park. Nobody explains this to the people. This is 3 cricket fields. The only sport that Glendale Heights Parks and Recreation does not run is cricket. It runs basketball, it runs football, it runs baseball, and whatever sports it has. It does not run cricket. Move it into the hub. They run it. If you have a problem with Sohail being crooked or whatever your problem is with that, he's a 501c corporation. Produce the records. Let's go. This is a political issue. This is nothing more than a political issue. Do what is right for Glendale Heights. Chester, your snarkiness is unbelievable. This is Glendale Heights, people. Do what is right for us.
I'm gonna ask you to keep on the subject instead of like make it a.
Making it personal?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Chester, I apologize for that. I don't give a rat's butt about cricket, people. And I'm sure everybody else doesn't give a rat's butt about cricket. Make this civilized. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. We look like trash. Be respectful. Do what's right for the city of Glendale Heights and not what's right for you and you and you and you and you and you. Do what's right for Glendale Heights. Make a decision. Don't be snarky about it. And let's move on, people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have another Zoom comment. Tia Vizal.
Okay, can you hold on, please?
Can I speak?
Mr. Asma, you can go.
Is he speaking? He's on. Go ahead and make your comment, please.
Hello, hi. I'm a resident of Bolingbrook, and I've been playing in Bolingbrook League for a while. And so we had a similar issues at that over there as well, where outside we're trying to come in and take the grounds and charge the resident extra amount of fees for the teams to play. And that was the reason I, quit playing cricket. I think the residents and of their particular village should get the preference. They shouldn't have to pay enormous amount of fees to play cricket. They're charging about $3,000 per team, which is, if you have 30 teams, that's $90,000. So this is unfortunately not about sports, it's about money. And I hope people can see through this. Thank you.
Can you please come and state your name and address?
Good evening, trustees. My name is Salman Khan, and I live in 622 North Iowa Villa Park. You guys have to pay attention. I live in Villa Park. I came here, this is nothing against politics. These are all my friends. Everybody is all my friends. But I'm just here just purely for cricket. I live in Villa Park. My wife plays for cricket, and I play cricket. We are passionate about cricket. In 2018, I formed my team Thunder Billas, and I entered in 2018 in ACC just because it was closer to my house. The experience was horrible. Wasim Khan is sitting here in the back. One game, the first game we had, he was supposed to umpire that game. He never came. He didn't even have the courage to call me, and we were waiting. Cardinals and Thunder Billas was waiting on the field the first game and the first time we were entering into the tournament, and nobody had the courage to call me and tell me that there's no umpire there. And we were waiting for about an hour, and there was no. So this is just one example. Second example we had in this previous tournament, Sajid, who is my friend, I talked to him. I said, hey, I wanted to enter my team, and we had a word-mouth discussion. Yes, he agreed that he will put my team in, and then all of a sudden, after 3-4 days, he rejected my team just because the other teams were been playing with them, and for so many long, so he used the other team as my preference, and so my team was not registered. So that was shocking to me. I was very, very depressed. I was sad that, hey, I'm here to bring my team and to play it. But then again, there is some other team who has been playing with them for so long is giving a preference to them as compared to people who are coming for the first timer. Then in this last night tournament, we made it to semifinal. My player took 5 wickets. Nobody from ACC side, nobody from their side came to give us a trophy or even talk to us, talk to my players or congratulate to my players. This was very disgusting because we paid them, and he was asking for $50 for banners. I mean, come on, think about it, banners for $50 at the last minute, and then forcing us on the COVID-19 test, which we made the issue that we do not want to pay for the COVID, we do not want to do COVID, or we do not want to pay for the banners for $50. Just for the adding of players, he's charging me $50. Think about it. It's literally take you about a minute to add your player in the roster, and you're charging me $50. I have to pay $100 for adding 2 players. I mean, come on, this is the league or what is? Then on the final, these leagues decided that, hey, we're going to have a 3-people umpire, but all of a sudden at the last minute critical stage, the 5 people come in the middle of the field and making a decision which goes against my team, and we lost that final. So unfortunate, there's so many events there happening in ACC. Nobody knows about the financial stuff. Nobody knows. And Sandeep Mehta is helping us, and he's also offering free cricket, free for residents for Glendale Heights, which is superb. I mean, myself, I'll move here. And then another vision, I see it as a women cricket for my wife also, that she can come and play. So these are the topics. We want to improve the cricket. We want to play cricket. We want to Midwest. Fazal is here. He also does the election for every 2 years. There's no election being held in ACC. So what kind of cricket are we presenting here in ACC? For me, it looks like purely a family business. I would encourage all of you guys to please take a look at it and forget about the outsider stuff. We just want to play cricket. We want to have good cricket. We want to have a good field. We wanted to have umpire. In this ACC, they encourage us. They take the money, but they do not provide the umpires.
I think we are running out of time. Please
just last.
Conclude.
They do not provide the umpires. They do not provide the wickets. They do not provide the cones. So we have to bring our own wickets. We have to bring our own cones, and then we have to play. So that's all I have. Thank you.
I have the Zoom comment for Tija Vazal. 1 moment, there's a Zoom comment.
All right. Hi, my name is Tejas. I'm from Hinsdale, Illinois, and so I actually, personally, was selected to go, and so I'm actually part of the USA U19 team, and so I've played all across the U.S. and all across the all across the Chicagoland area, and I would really like to say that ACC is one of the worst leagues in not only Chicago, but also in the U.S. The grounds are terrible, and I mean compared to just any other ground in Chicago, um, like just compared to any other ground in Chicago, ACC's grounds are pretty bad, and the balls and the quality of the balls that we play with are also terrible, and the umpires, that's not like that's even worse because like sometimes the umpires don't even show up, and half the times we have to umpire the games by ourselves. So I honestly stopped playing in the ACC league around 2 years ago, and I've been playing BPL, CASO, in the West recently. And honestly, it's been a lot better for me. I've learned a lot more. I've gained a lot more as a youth cricketer in the U.S. And yeah.
Thank you. Next, please. Okay. Yeah, I will let you, the one who didn't speak, come to the, yes.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Mohammad Rashid. I'm a resident of 1874 Hoffman Estates. I've been playing cricket in Chicagoland for 4 years now, and I have more than 5 championships. Just to make a mention of, the cricket is not only about players. The quality that goes into it is also a very important part, an integral part of playing cricket. So vision that Sandeep shared, he is going to make sure that the best quality balls are being used in the games. Also, that what goes into cricket is umpiring. I have personally umpired in ACC. I'm not certified. I don't know nothing about cricket, umpiring.
Okay.
Umpiring is a separate thing, and playing cricket is a separate thing. So the vision that Sandeep has, he's going to make sure that umpires are certified. The quality of cricket balls he's going to bring will be world class. And on top of that, if balls are not good in quality, they can potentially harm you. So that's also a very important thing that we have to keep in mind. Also want to make mention of the fact that Sandeep runs the best in class indoor cricket facility, which will be provided to all the teams who will participate in the league. No other cricket league provides such an indoor cricket facility. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. Yes, is there, yeah, okay, Mr. Ed Pope?
Ed Pope, Wayne Avenue. First, I want to say I don't understand why this is an indictment on ACC tonight. That wasn't what the topic was. The topic was about bidding out Cricket Field. And Chairman Siddiqui, you, Trustee Schmidt, myself, Mr. Pojak, we were at the Parks and Recreation Committee meeting chaired by Mr. Pat Murtado, and Keith Knautz was there. And I don't understand something, is that after much heated, sorry, my mask is making me mumble, much heated at that night, which was just this Tuesday, and Pat and Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, the recommendation was to not put the RFP out, to table it, and then discuss amongst the board members here, not just the Parks and Recreation Committee, but to talk to the committee as a whole. So you weren't putting the RFP, and you're going to have to excuse me because I don't know names, but this gentleman and the guy that was sitting there in the nice jacket, they both said that they've submitted bids, and I thought that the RFP was tabled.
Okay, let me ask you a question. At the park meeting, we made a motion to move it to the board for discussion.
Correct.
Because we didn't come up with a good question.
Correct.
But now something came up that
This guy.
as we were having that meeting, I guess there was a contract signed and a check, which I did not know at the park meeting. That's why I went through all that procedure until the next day I found out that there was a contract and money.
Previous to,
Previous before my park meeting.
okay.
So now that's what threw everything off for grabs, because I did not know about the check, the contract. I didn't know anything at that park meeting.
I'm not blaming you, Pat.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, my committee didn't know anything about the check or the contract at that meeting.
But am I wrong? Wasn't the motion, or not motion, recommendation to table the RFP, and this gentleman and that gentleman both said that they have already submitted bids? How can that be when your committee tabled the RFP?
So,
But we tabled it, this was already done.
Oh, you're saying it was done previous to the committee meeting?
I'm saying before I had my committee meeting, this was already done, which I did not know at the committee because I wouldn't even had a meeting. I mean, I wouldn't even, in other words, I wouldn't even brought anything up to the committee about
yeah.
tabling it or anything. We
So-
did not know. I did not know till the next day. I found out that this was done before my park meeting.
Okay.
So,
So
Ed,
that's why we're doing this now.
Ed, I understand your frustration. Just consider being trustee. We have no information. So, I mean, although we are the backbone, we are the member of the board, but we have no information what's going on behind our back.
I apologize if it makes, I'm not trying to call any of you guys out.
No, I'm
It's just that
telling
when
you-
a committee makes a recommendation, and that's a strong committee,
Yes.
and then you guys changed
In
it
a normal
tonight.
world, yes, in a normal world, but this is, Glendale Heights is not normal right now.
Well,
It's-
my final question would be to Keith then. Did the RFP go out?
The RFP has not gone out.
Okay.
It was publicized, but it has not gone out.
But we got the check for some reason.
Well, how can it be publicized and not go out at the same time? It sounds like a conflict.
So we had already advertised for the RFP to go out on Wednesday, and what we agreed to at that meeting was to hold off until after this meeting and this discussion before we put anything out to the public. So although it was advertised, and it had been advertised before Monday's meeting, actually, it has not been, the RFP hasn't been sent out. It's, the only people that have the RFP right now are Darcy and I, the latest copy.
So it's published, but you can't bid.
The notice was published. The RFP has not been put out yet.
Okay. I apologize. Just sitting back there, it's just very confusing from the public because Pat ran a great meeting the other night, and we all sat there, and you agreed upon something and made a motion to bring it here, and now it's completely the opposite of what his committee recommendation was. So that's what the part I just didn't understand.
Right, and I just explained it to you.
I get it now. Okay.
What happened.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Yes, please. Yes.
I just want to point out that the Midwest cricket was used a couple times in the youth and other areas references. Again, I want to remind you guys that Midwest cricket there is misleading, has nothing to do with the original existing Midwest cricket organization, academy, conference, and all that. And based on what I learned, that it was just registered with no experience, all that, I intend to sue. So if you guys decide to give them the ground and it's
Okay.
gonna run a league with Midwest cricket, I intend to sue that
note that.
organization. And the other part I'm gonna point out is that I have reached out via email before, and I've spoken to Mr. Keith and others about if there is an open slots, if nobody's using the ground, we intend to rent. So if this was about merit, I don't know why nobody reached out to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Mehta, come on in. Yes.
Whatever that gentleman said, if he intends to sue, that's not supposed to be brought to a village board meeting. He needs to get an attorney. That's number one. Number two, we have,
I mean, I think what he's trying to say. Yeah, okay.
it's not a trademark infringement.
Mhm.
It's not a stealing of copyright. If he really did that, then state of Illinois would not let me incorporate it.
Okay.
When you sign on CyberDrive, you put your name in, it tells you if the name is available or not. If he had done and taken all the variations, maybe it wouldn't have been available. Shame on him for not doing it. And if he wants to sue, it's not going to have any merit. He's welcome to do that. He can go to court and sue me, and that's fine, and we'll defend ourselves there. But it won't be an issue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So
excuse
sir,
me,
we don't
excuse
need,
me.
this is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a,
yes,
this is not a rebuttal.
yes.
No.
Please.
I got after him.
Excuse me, Mohammed.
Yeah, we,
Mohammed.
Let me explain a few things.
One,
yeah,
you know,
Hey,
Mr. Barry, we should let the people that have not had an opportunity to speak. Is there
Right.
anybody in the audience who still wants to speak and hasn't had an opportunity to speak?
Just about 2 minutes.
No,
Sohail.
Sohail.
You shouldn't
Yeah, please.
Would you guys attacking me, taking money for 21 years?
Sohail.
And talking about the,
Sit down, would you, you already spoke, have somebody else say hasn't spoke, speak.
Hello,
You'll have
gentlemen.
your turn.
Hello, gentlemen. My name is Imad Hussain, resident of 2241 Nichols Drive, Arlington Heights. I represent Casso Cricket League, currently the largest cricket league in Midwest region. Not only we play in summers, we play in outdoors. We are in Naperville, Plainfield, Woodridge, Addison, Skokie, South Barrington, Lake in the Hills, Hanover Park, Hoffman Estates. We are at 13 locations. When it comes to our attention that the fields of Glendale Heights are available, we are also interested in it. It's not the matter who runs it, it's the matter of the opportunity should be provided to everyone. So if there is an opportunity to be provided by the village Glendale Heights to the fields to be rented or some slots to be available, we are the one who are very much interested in getting those slots, whether it be day, night, weekends, anything. We are the only league that runs 52 weeks. We are the largest on YouTube. When you talk about cricket following, we are largest on TikTok. We are largest on Instagram. So we are not just only on one place. We are also working with the US Cricket Committee for right now. I don't know about the others, but we are the full member of it. We have the Youth Cricket Academy that is registered. We have right now, currently, on summer, we have 45 teams that play with us. Then we have 67 teams, mind you, 67 teams that plays with us in winter. And you can check cassocricketleague.com and you can see the numbers over there. What all we are asking was, if there is an opening, it should be going to the leagues that are there, and there has to be an option of getting those ground. We are not saying to move anybody out or anybody in. There is enough room with the 3 grounds that you can accommodate if you want to accommodate. The previous thing that they are there because of a reason. They did it for 20 years. The new ones have the new ideas. They have the new vision, which doesn't mean that the previous ones doesn't have it. That's how you evolve. So whenever you get a chance, whatever decision you guys want to make, just remember that we all want here is to cricket to grow. And when we come over here, that's the cricket that unites us. So our Casso Cricket League whole idea was to start, don't let the kids go out on weekends, especially in the winters as well, because there is no activity. All we are trying to do is provide the activity, and we want village help as well. So make sure that the cricket is all year round, not just for summer 4 months, sorry, my bad. So with that, I would like to say, if you need any more information, if it goes to public, like you can apply for it, or is there a way to apply for it, we would like to apply for it. It is on your hand whether you want to give us, whether you want to stay with them, or whether you want to give to anybody else. It is not a personal thing for us. So thank you for hearing us out. That's what all I wanted to hear. Say. Thank you.
I have another Zoom comment from Ishan Azir.
We have a Zoom call. Mr.
Hi, guys. Can everyone hear me?
And I think now we have to limit 3 minutes. It's getting way long, so please.
Yeah, that's
just
perfectly fine. I don't need
yes.
I don't need more than 2 minutes for this.
Yes.
Can everyone hear me?
Please go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, my name's Ishan. I live in Naperville, and I captained the Bolingbrook, the Super Kings U team that was within BPL in Bolingbrook, and I can personally.
Bro, you just talk, bro.
And I can personally vouch for the fact that Imad, as Maddie mentioned earlier, about the year-round and being able to play in the summer, the facilities that Sandeep Mehta has created for us to play free of cost have really allowed us to play year-round and make sure we've stayed driven. I personally have been playing cricket since I was 5 years old, and it's really what's allowed me to stay honed in. And we count that with the fact that when we go to play on the weekends and we come to a league like ACC, and they don't have good grounds for us to play, to develop as cricketers. They've never provided any youth service for us, like through camps or coaches or anything. I don't know. They said they brought in New Zealand players, and that was never the case. it was also about, which really proves the fact that the system that was mentioned earlier, that if the system isn't broke, don't fix it. The system really is broke. And I think the fact that someone like me who struggles, who really looked at cricket as a way to come together with friends and community, couldn't find that through ACC really goes to show how the system is broken. And with the fact that the facilities he's provided for us year round, and if I want to go play on the weekend, I can actually expect umpires to show up, to have good outfields, good grounds, good balls, good umpires, not actually have to worry about the cost of playing cricket, actually means a lot to me, and I bet it would to everyone else in the community. And I think that just really goes to show what he's looking to do in the community per se, when you think about what ACC is currently doing and all the claims they've made. As someone in the youth, I can tell you these opportunities were never made available to us. And because of that, I really don't see why they should be running this league or running these grounds going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay, please go ahead. You will be the last one because we are running out of time. It's way going above our, so go ahead, guys. Yes, please, state your name and address.
I'm Pervez Ajmeri, 1114 Camden Court, Glendale Heights, Illinois 60139. So the mayor says that the decision to open it up is based off of merit and highest bidder, which is good.
Can I ask you if you can remove, because it's.
So the mayor says that the cricket grounds, given it is based off of merit and highest bidder, which is good and gravy, but then why would you take a check? Because usually the due process is the highest bidder gets it and then the check goes out or whatever the process is. You wouldn't take a check before the highest bidder or the bids are in. So that gets really suspicious to everybody saying, was this already planned? And what about the other people or the other folks that wanted to be in this due process? Second thing, it's more of a comment for people that say that ACC grounds are bad or quality of cricket. Yet each year it's just grown team-wise. And as people say, it's not just Glendale Heights residents that come and play. It's residents from different counties and towns. So if it was that bad, why would they drive 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 25 minutes to play bad cricket? So it just tells you that just how bad Glendale Heights cricket is if people actually are coming and playing every year and the teams are growing. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Just 1 minute.
Just, okay, Mr. Bari.
Okay,
Please keep it short.
yes. So all the cricket pitches, the concrete, ACC paid for the concrete, ACC paid for the carpet. And we just paid for $12,000 flat fee, and that's it. We doing our marking, we are not getting anything from the city. So basically, whatever we did it for our own money. So consider in this thing too, when you trying to put a bid, that we did all the hard work, all the leg work, we did it with all these people. That's all, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Hey, we have people on the phone who've been trying to speak, but seems like there's tech issues. Can we chime in?
I'm gonna limit now. It's really.
If I can just have a final comment, I'd appreciate it.
I think.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for Keith. How much money do they pay on their own for the cricket fields? You got to figure offhand?
I don't, because of what he's talking about is stuff that he puts in. We do know that he bought carpeting, I call it carpeting, I apologize, the AstroTurf, in 2018 for one of the pitches, and in 2020. I know that they put their own turf on field 2 on a regular basis. It's not the same type of turf. The turf on 1 and 3 are higher tech, faster fabric. But the additional costs, I couldn't answer that.
I mean, we absolutely do, we don't do anything.
Well, we mow the fields,
mow the
yeah,
field, well, it's
yeah.
a park.
Yeah.
We do the mowing.
Yeah, we do, they work with our staff to do some markings, but most of the stuff is done by Sohail and his group.
Okay.
Okay,
So
thank
I'm
you.
gonna,
All right, thank you.
close the public comments and let's,
Yeah, I think we we need to let the folks.
Okay, go ahead, just for a quick minute.
No, just to what Mr. Brady said about the concrete and the turf and everything. For the last 21 years, he's been charging 40 teams in excess of whatever, $2,000 plus $2,600. That basically pays for some of that. That was his cost of doing that. But it was paid by the people that have participated in that. Mr. Bari himself has not invested in anything.
Please, now, I want to close the public comments. We have heard enough.
There's folks on the phone that would like to speak.
Yeah. No, yes, no more. I'm going to close the public comments.
How many people are on the phone? Do we know? 2 people? Then I would recommend.
Over 45 folks are on the phone. And several,
Well, how many want to speak?
they all keep getting muted.
Everybody
all
wants,
keep
all
getting
45 people want to speak?
It's going way out of, because they have to come here.
We can delay the
Excuse
decision
me,
to the
Attorney
next meeting. That's how the
Starino.
village meetings
Excuse
work.
me, Zoom.
Two people.
There is an individual by the name of
That's it,
Patel
cut
who
it
just
off.
joined the Zoom who would
He's
like to
staying here and
speak.
listening to 40
The
people.
other individuals who have
no
wanted
way.
to speak have spoken.
Okay.
Would we be interested in allowing Mr. Patel to speak?
Okay. Just one can, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Patel.
Thank you, and I appreciate you letting me speak. I didn't mean to be impeding there. With what ACC has been claiming, it's highly disputed. I mean, you can ask amongst the community what the opinions there are. It's really disputed. I mean, what we are really concerned about here, not just in this cricket league, but as a community as a whole, is the well-being of all the cricket players. When these grounds are not being maintained properly, it brings doubts that some of these funds that are being collected are being improperly used, maybe even for personal use. But all of that aside, I mean, health and injuries are our number one concern. If these grounds are not being maintained, the number of players, participants, umpires, everything across the league, we're going to see that start depleting. So again, I would like the board, the village, and all the folks, the stakeholders that are involved here, to really take into consideration what are the different safety aspects that we can take. If there are so many folks here who are complaining about the quality of the grounds, not only is that affecting the game, yes, that's a big aspect, but I really think that health and safety needs to be taken into consideration here. I'm not sure the last time if the village, takes into consideration whether these fields and grounds need to be inspected by a health and safety inspector, but the number of injuries, it's a big risk that I think needs to be taken into consideration with how poorly these grounds have been maintained. So I just want to make sure that's been noted, and I appreciate you letting me speak.
Sure, thank you. All right, so now for the discussions, let's do the discussions. Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, people have talked about me that why I have accepted check. This bid is going to be approved by the board. And this is the only I procure that there is one offer, and it's not just one offer that has been accepted, These board, there are other people, they can also offer, and multiple people can come and provide what they want to do, how they want to improve, Mr. Mehta said, Mr. Bari said, and I forgot the other guy's name, sorry about that. He said that they want to have, So my goal is that every person should have equal opportunity to every equal game or ground or job. And that's my motto. I want change. That's my change, that people come, they feel that they have access to everything what village can provide. Ground is health, is food, or home inspection. I came, first I did home inspection committee. They passed laws, and they brought down a lot of, those unnecessary rules. And people know, it's not laughing. Look, this guy, the thing is, now, this is the thing, I want to bring change. I want to provide opportunity to everyone. Equal, fair, yes. And it's up to board. They will decide.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, any other person? I just have to say a comment. Miss Dureshawar, I think she said that, I shouldn't be in the board, and Dureshawar, sorry. Dureshawar? Dureshawar? Okay. So she said that I shouldn't be voting, and actually I'm going to be absentee because Mr. Bari is my relative, so it's a conflict of interest. I'm going to do that. And I've been pounding, and I've been in the social media, especially by you, Mir. I'm seeing your comments involving my family and saying negative things about myself, which really, really disturb me. And I'm really sorry to say that I cannot go this low, that involve the family. But anyhow, just to show my impartiality, unbiasedness, I'm not going to vote on any of this. It's going to be up to the board, just to show that I do care. I am not here for favoring anyone. So with that, I just close my, no, please, sorry. Please go and sit your, no, the public discussions are.
No, that is done.
Please.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right.
I want to respond you said what you
No,
said.
we are
Number one, Mr. Trustee, Chairman of this committee, whole committee, you came with Bari to my home for the ground. Did you come or not?
No.
You and Mr. Bari
You are,
came to my home. Yes
I
or
don't
no?
want to answer, and
Okay,
again, you
don't
are
want to.
putting the
Number one.
allegations.
Number two, Mr. Siddiqui's wife, she applied for job, and dear trustee, respectable, honorable trustee, he talked with me. She want job, you know. I said, I'm sorry, I don't believe in nepotism. Don't believe in nepotism. I cannot help in that regard. And if she want part-time or seasonal job, she has to go through testing, you know. And she withdraw, you know.
Can
that-
you please intervene?
Excuse me,
and I
excuse
can-
me, hold,
Yeah.
excuse me. Don, we cannot be talking about that issue?
No.
I mean,
Thank you, sir.
it's, I think the subject matter, to be blunt, is the cricket field.
It's a cricket field,
And
that's what we're talking about.
We're at 10:30 at night and struggling to get any more direction on the cricket field. I think really we should really stay on point with the cricket field. That's my, if you want my opinion, that's what I think.
Let's stick to the cricket field and let's move this meeting.
Since he mentioned my wife, I just want to say a quick word. What is the process of like hiring anyone? Ms. Nicole, could you tell us, like, is there a interview test, correct?
There's an application process, and then the applicant, if deemed fit for the position, will be tested for the position.
Okay.
There's a panel interview process, and we'll go from there.
I mean, did I ever call you or force you to hire my wife or?
I just explained this. I'm not gonna explain it no more. Let's stick to the cricket.
Okay.
Let's get the cricket out of the way, and then if you guys wanna talk about personal stuff while I'm out of here, I don't care. But let's stick to the cricket. Let's get the cricket done.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. You made the point.
All right, so I think there is.
Committee recommendations.
Yes. All right, so committee recommendations, number one. Plan Commission recommendation, a recommendation to approve the following text amendments to the Village of Glendale Heights zoning ordinance sections 11:4-7A, table 4-1 as it pertains to solar panel equipment shelters, section 11:415, 1, 3 as it pertains to trucks and semi-trailers being parked or stored outdoors, section 11-10B3 as it pertains to open sales to as a principal or an accessory use as conditional use in the C2 Community Commercial District, section 1111D2 as it pertains to automobile, internet online sales with an ancillary use of repair shops and automobile laundries within an enclosed structure as a permitted use in the I-Light district, industrial district. Do you have a discussion? Yes, Mr.
I move that we move this to the board with a recommendation to concur.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Who seconded?
I did.
Chester did. He's louder.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Okay.
Mayor Coker?
Yes.
Plan, we will move it to the vote. Plan Commission. A recommendation to approve the following text amendment to the Village Glendale Heights zoning ordinance, section 1111C2, as it pertains to automobile or internet online sales with ancillary use of repair of shops and automobile laundries within an enclosed structure as permitted use in BP Business Park District. Do I have a motion to move it to the board? Okay. Mr. Light.
Motion to move it to the board with a recommendation to concur.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Mayor Coker?
Yes.
Okay, the motion is approved. We'll move it to the board. Okay, discussion regarding the cricket ground. So there is a park committee's, what is the park committee's recommendation for the cricket ground? We have last.
We had a meeting and we decided that we didn't have enough information and we moved it to the board for discussion.
Okay, so I would like to have a special board meeting on Monday to discuss, to get the current vendor, to be on the agenda and remove this, whatever the check we got without the board's approval. So do we have a roll call for that, please? Do you have a motion to move it to the board?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Discussion. It's
Yeah.
gonna be Monday?
Yes.
What time and where's the location?
It will be here and
Council chambers?
council chambers, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, thank you.
Just so I know, am I supposed to, is there anything that the attorney is to be doing? Are we to do anything on that night?
Yeah,
What-
so
what are-
what we
What's the
have-
direction?
The direction for this, that since we don't have time left, and, holiday season is also coming, so we wanna keep the current vendor, and we're gonna discuss about the agreement and see how we can get the current, whatever the current agreement is, we are gonna re-amend that actually.
Are we to bring a contract, or are we to wait and have the board
Discuss that, yes.
discuss it at that meeting and
Yes,
then
if-
tell us?
and then we are
tell
going to
us?
decide,
Okay,
yes. So
okay.
basically, we are going to go over
We're gonna-
what our pricing and all that, yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
understand now,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Trustee Siddiqui. Okay, it's,
Yeah, this
we're
is
gonna
just
have
a
a discussion, I see,
This is discussion, yeah.
on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we are gonna put it in the agenda, yes, for the next.
For
board
discussion.
meeting. For the, this is going to be in agenda for the Monday's board meeting.
Mr. Strumino, you won't be here Monday then, right? Or will
No,
Mr. Pascal?
Peter will be here, I have another.
Okay, very good, thank you.
But we
We'll see you
won't be,
Monday.
so it's a special meeting, so the board knows that, it's really strict under the Open Meetings Act. We are only gonna be able to discuss, we're not gonna be able to pass a contract unless we indicate that in the call of the meeting for the special meeting. We can't take any other action either, we can only deal with that item, just with Cricket Field.
That's correct.
Okay, good.
Roll call, please.
If I can just,
Yeah.
clarify, so the agenda item will be a discussion regarding, the cricket field usage with
The current vendor.
the current vendor,
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
They're just sending me, not making any decision.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Well, no, there's-
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Mayor Coker?
Yes, I want to include, all other people, all other candidates.
We have a motion on the floor.
Yes, I want to.
No, I'm not through.
Let her finish.
I'm not through. I'm calling the roll. You can't interrupt that. You have to wait until I'm done. Trustee Siddiqui?
Abstain.
I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
But did the
So,
mayor vote? I don't
Motion is
understand.
approved?
It's committee. This is committee. He's been voting for committee.
Yeah, I know. Did he vote? Did he just vote?
Yes.
No. I did not vote for. I want that every candidate should have opportunity
This is
to
just
be
on the
considered
meeting.
in the
This
discussion.
Okay,
is
so
just
motion
to
is
have the
approved?
meeting.
Is-
No. I'm saying no.
Can I just?
No meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
No.
We are done, okay. So, do I have a,
Yeah, no. That got
is there, yes, okay.
Got Bill.
Yes, Mr. Bill?
Okay, kind of anticlimactic now, but trustee Siddiqui and I just completed 10 weeks of Citizens Police Academy. And I want to commend Sergeant Pentecost and the entire command staff of the Glendale Heights Police Department for putting on an excellent program, something we learned a lot in, and I would highly recommend it to every resident of the community to come here and
Yeah, me too.
participate.
It was a great program. I enjoyed doing it.
I must say I love it, and I really appreciate the staff, the professionalism, and
If we could take conversations outside, please.
yes, please, guys.
We still have a meeting going on. Thank you.
So, and I just want to congratulate you and also Mr. Doug because I heard that you started this. It's a great program, and it's really like I spent 3 hours on Tuesday night, but it's hours well spent, I must say. Thank you.
Thank you.
There is one more, Mr. Bill. Yeah.
Okay, want to ask the attorneys to prepare a resolution which voids all contracts pertaining to cricket fields in the village of Glendale Heights, so we can start with a clean slate. And also, second part of that. Can we do that at Monday's meeting?
Well, if we post for it, we can. So you're saying that you want to direct the attorneys. I don't know that we need to pass a piece of legislation. Maybe you could direct us to send a letter that if there are any contracts that have been entered into with respect to the cricket field, that there'll be that we will send a letter indicating that that is not a valid act because it wasn't taken by the full village board.
Okay, can you prepare an ordinance requiring board approval on all contracts over, say, $10,000 in the aggregate for a year?
Can we say that, do a piece of an ordinance?
An ordinance that requires board approval for contracts which are worth more than $10,000 in the aggregate for the year. So we don't want people saying, okay, I'm gonna write a contract for 5,000 and another for 5,000 and another for 5,000 to get around the limitation.
We can, you don't want, I'm hoping, trustee Schmidt, you don't want that for Monday night. Because that won't,
No.
because we need to review the code, see what we have currently with the staff. I know we have authority for various staff members, including the manager, who has certain authority. So I wanna look at that a little bit, but I get what you're saying, and, you know, we'll look into it and come up with something for the
Will
board.
that be ready for the next regular board meeting?
Yes, we'll try to do that.
Okay. Do we need, any concurrence from other trustees here?
I think if the board is generally in agreement with that, doesn't seem.
it.
Okay, all right, we can make it a formal motion.
Okay. Roll call?
Okay, so moved.
Yeah.
What I said.
I think Chester.
So moved and I'll
maybe
second.
Chester second.
Again. Trustee Light,
Yes.
trustee Meritato,
Yes.
trustee Pojek,
Definitely. Get out of here.
trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
President Coker.
No.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Light, finally you.
Thank you. Doug, this is real quick. If I could, I want to look into the a long-term project for cleaning up that drainage ditch, Ardmore and Lincoln, something that we can help with that, maybe like every 3 years, do a, because it's just gotten out of hand.
It is on the list of long-term things to look at. I should say long-term, short-term things to
Short-term.
look at, because it needs to be addressed April-ish
Yes,
of this, before the growing season happens again.
absolutely. But that's all. If we can make that happen, it'd be great. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Light. Sorry, Mr. Schmidt.
Thanks. I keep
Yeah, I
getting
applied.
confused with it. Motion to adjourn.
Seconds.
Roll call, please.
Oh, give me a second. Trustee Pojek,
Yes.
trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Siddiqui,
Yes.
trustee Light,
I'm not sure. Yes, I'll go ahead, yes.
trustee Meritato,
Yes, I am sure.
Mayor Coker.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.